welcome back. So last thing that Kravitz said to you last night was so now we got a few more deaths unaccounted for since last time. To
Pavu sighs. Are you really gonna count those, even though those were time fuckery?
Does Istis perchance know about it? So like we could have some backup to know.
Yes,
Istis
she
was
does.
there. You're not in my
Pavu and
fucking
I
room.
spoke to her directly.
Excuse you.
I didn't realize he was in your room.
Yes, he is
Yes,
sat on my bed. Apparently.
yes, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, he was
well.
sitting on your bed, looking at the
Desiree's just under
statue
his
of
bed.
Tezera. Like, yes, he does.
Desiree's busy bench pressing the bed because she ain't got nothing heavy enough.
Alright, back to it.
He says, right. So, did you have contact with Istis perchance or something of the sort that we
Pavu
can?
will pull out the token of Isthus. Yes, we did. She was. We spoke to her, and she gave us what we needed to get out of that place.
All right. So he pulls out a little notebook, flips to a page or so, and writes down 10 unaccounted for deaths for Ray, Drizzle, and Athorn resolved. Period.
Pavu will pat Nora's
Resolve
head.
with waving.
Don't forget about her.
Yes, of course. He does the sort of thing where you put like an arrow at the end of a sentence you've already written and just writes Nora. And writes resolve with Raven Queen,
for the
Queen and
3 months that the entire town was engulfed in that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am quite aware. There are a few more of my order taking care of that.
They didn't have contact with this. Well, 2 of them did, but...
Well, of course, but if you're telling the truth, and this tells the Raven Queen, like, yeah, time got messed up for a while there. Some people died.
That wasn't...
It should be
wasn't her that messed it up, it was
No,
artifact that we were there to retrieve.
Well, I'm aware.
Let us be precise in our speech.
Correct. I never said that it was his fault. I did say fart, didn't I? I didn't just say fault, and I was like, hee fart. He says, alright, I'll tell the Raven Queen that she'll need some proof from Istis that this all happened, and we should be fine.
Alright, now get the fuck out of my room.
He gets up and starts walking, kind of rude, and he walks out.
Yeah, it's kind of rude to just appear in someone's room when they're on a moon base.
You know what else is rude is to die and not come to the afterlife. That's
I don't
also
have any
quite
clue that I've
rude.
died other than those 10 times that I was in the bubble.
And that makes sense. And he slams the door and disappears. Oh, jeez. What else? How does Desiree take to seeing her in a red robe in that blueprint of the statue that you got from June?
It hasn't been long. She's still processing.
Right. How is she
and
going
she is
about
going
processing?
to finish processing before she shows it to the other rest of the group.
Okay. What is running through Desiree's mind at this point?
Kind of a what the F.
I don't remember this. What the heck? Yeah. So... should we take care of Fantasy Costco, or do you got other things? that you want to do
How
right quick
long are we
beforehand?
gonna have a downtime before we start Drizzle's disappearance thing?
Only one day.
See, that ruins my whole plan.
Yeah.
Desiree wasn't even
Yes.
going to be here for this, but she can't go where she's going in this time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the hell, man. Months of downtime all the time, and then suddenly when I'm like, you know what, I'm going to use that for something. Oh, no, you only get one day. Really?
Oh man, hey, that's not my fault. It's not my fault. This
No,
one's
that's
not
my
me.
fault.
That one's all on T.
It's not on me. So what are you doing in your day that you got?
Well, I am going to be a super asshole and purchase myself a Ring of Resistance Psychic.
Oh.
Okay.
That way, while
metagaming.
raging, I resist all of the things.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Of course you do.
What does the ring do again?
It just gives me resistance to psychic damage while I wear it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He's. Oh boy. So I guess we're doing Fantasy Costco now. Who are you guys buying?
Uh-oh, a problem occurred. What the hell?
Pavo is going to step up to Garfield.
Hello, Pavu.
Hello, Garfield. I have a bit
What you got for me today?
I have a bit of an industrial item that I would like to purchase, or that I would like to have imported up here
Hey.
for my purchase. Because I highly doubt that you have any of this on hand.
What might it be?
Ava will pull out a bundle of the explosive charges.
Garfield's eyes widen and he says, "Can I see one of those?"
Papa will hand it over.
He takes like this really weird looking knife and just like cuts it in half and just looks at its insides. And he says, "I haven't seen these for years." Years.
Really? There were almost 100 of them. All just for one trap.
Holy moly. No, I don't have any of these, but I could probably get it to you
I figured you wouldn't have any mining supplies.
in like a month, maybe 2.
Alright.
Not sure how much they cost though, but fine specimen. He bounces it up and down and he says, "I kind of ruined it. Do you want it back or?"
I got them from Refuge, so I imagine you could get a supply from there. Considering they have, 70 just for one trap to stop us from getting in the mines.
Interesting.
And now that
that would
bubble
be
is
why I
popped, you
haven't
can-
seen it.
Well, that bubble has been up for a year.
Yeah, but a couple years back, these were what's the word? Recalled because a few of them prematurely detonated.
They haven't given me any problems.
So what he's saying is Pavu is going to suddenly explode while walking down the street one day.
He is just not afraid of
Pavu is going to spontaneously combust.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of there might be a chance that if you throw lightning at it, it might not blow. But
Well, that would be the opposite.
but
That would be a dud, not a not a spontaneous combustion.
he says, "Strange. So you said refuge?
Yeah, the place that we just got back from that mission on.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out sometime. Anything else you want?" And as you're like telling him about it, he's like writing down like, "You need to go to refuge. You need to pick up like whetstone. Frigging." He's got like a shopping list with a bunch of different towns with a bunch of different things, and he writes down refuge, mining charges, ASAP, and like writes $3 after it.
Hey, Pavo is looking at the $3 sign. Oh, how many dollar signs are on this page?
He flips through it and says 20, 30, thereabouts.
Spread out among
Dollar
how many
signs just
items?
signify things. The dollar signs are just things that signify what I'm going to sell and what I'm buying for me.
Okay.
But I don't want you to
Whenever
see the
I
rest
see
of them.
$3 signs, I think hiked up price.
No. No. Totally not. He quickly stuffs it in his pocket and says, can I get anything else for you?
That's all I can think of for the time being.
Okay.
Unless if you have new items.
No. Oddly enough, no new items have come in today, but we still have the ones from previously.
None of those interest me.
What? Who's next?
Athorn steps in and says, "Hello.
Hello, sir.
I'm looking for this, and I sent it to you through DM.
Let me just.
It's usually it's a +1 moon sickle, but I was wondering if it can make it into a lance instead."
Let's see. Yeah, that seems okay. That seems good.
Okay, sweet. How much for?
He says, I could do 50, maybe 100? 75. Let's meet in the middle.
75. Deal.
He shakes your hand, and in your hand, he just like palms you the lands, and you see in his hand, he's bouncing up a 10.75 gold piece. He already took it from you.
He palmed a whole ass lance.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, really?
He's
and
a deals
pound and a
warlock.
half of gold.
He's a deals warlock. Come on. He says, is that all?
It's like pawning off. It's like palming off a tire iron to somebody.
I'm almost certain somebody would figure out how to do it. Almost certain someone would figure out how to do it. He says, is that all?
One last thing. A stone of good luck, if you have one.
Stone of good luck?
Yeah, I'll DM you the link to it.
Oh.
Okay, he dives under his desk and sort of counter and starts shuffling around. He says, Stone of luck, stone of luck, stone of bar speech, stone of shut up, stone of forgetfulness. Here we are. Stone of good luck. He looks it over. He says, I could do 150.
150? Deal.
Let's
just give you another
he pawns you the stone. He takes 150 gold. That's gonna be the freaking how he does it. He just reaches to shake your hand and gives you the item, takes the gold from out of nowhere. Oh, jeez, that's gonna be what happens every time, ain't it? He said, "That it?"
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
All right, who's next?
I don't think Drizzle wants to buy anything for now.
Desiree just wants to buy that ring of psychic resistance.
He says, ring is like, my good. He pulls out like this absolutely huge box that has a bunch of rings in it. He says, "Oh boy, this is gonna take me a while." And he starts digging through it. He says, "They're like non-boxes or anything. They're just
I
loose
would offer
rings
to help,
inside
but I
boxes."
wouldn't know what exactly this one would look like compared to all the others.
Correct.
And we certainly don't have the time for me to attune to every ring in there until we figure out which one is right.
Correct. Rings would probably be under equipment, correct?
Clothing, I believe.
I mean, I already added it to my inventory.
Oh, you did? I'm just trying to find
Yeah.
the
That was
price.
fast.
I
trying to
was
find
like,
the
you know
price.
what? Plutonium import. Hey, there it is. Cool, done.
Yeah, clothing.
Ring
How much
of
is it?
Psychic resistance.
I don't know.
The
Psychic resistance, got it.
GIG has 6,000 gold.
It's just a rare
6,000
item.
gold. Yep.
It's a rare item. That's XGE wouldn't have it that high.
Yeah.
I think Xanathar's guide has rare at what, 500 to 5,000?
I don't know. I'd have to actually pull out my Xanathars real quick.
I'll pull it up on Chrome. Give me a second.
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Beat him to it, beat him to it. Hurry up, run, run, run. Hey.
Yeah, rare is 501 to 5,000 gold.
Okay, so,
So pick somewhere in there.
I mean, this isn't a super crazy rare, but, you know.
I could do it for, probably like 1,000?
I can work with that.
Palms either. He spends like 10 minutes trying to find the ring. He's like, I gotta really sort these. And he pulls it out and he palms you the ring. He takes the gold. Is that it? Is that everyone?
I think so.
That's all I can think of since I can't go do my other thing because we only have one day. You suck,
One day
Pete,
till
just so you
Drizzle's
know.
departure. Alright, so it sounds like that's it for me. Can you take it away?
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to do besides just buying something from today?
Yes,
I wanted
disappear
to
to hang
discuss
off
with
with my
Leon.
storm giant friends for a few months before we do something.
For Drizzle not to disappear for another couple of months.
Right?
Or at least like a week.
Well,
most,
Desiree
yeah.
would feasibly for what she's going to do.
It's
She's going to need a
probably
few months.
integral to the story. It doesn't matter that much. It can easily be taken care of in the in-between space next arc. Anyway,
So,
There better be plenty of space for the next arc because dang it, I'm gonna need it.
oh
that's
yeah,
all good,
yeah,
it's
I'm gonna
Xavier.
give you enough. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
give you enough.
I only need like a week to learn the spell.
all right. So, is there anything else you guys do this day?
I'll-
Goodbye, Drizzle. I have the feeling you're going to disappear.
I want to visit with Leon.
All right.
Ah.
Anything about Leon?
Right,
I'll need to
yes,
have
correct.
Xavier handle, but
yeah.
hold on. Yeah. All right. You take care of the Leon thing first.
Okay.
So when Pavu isn't forging, he's typically
Right.
hanging out with Leon. Because Pavu, he
ever
has an
since
interest.
Angus has been messing with him.
Right, but it also helps that Pavu finds this stuff fascinating. Because
Well, Angus finds it fascinating too, but he finds it way too fascinating.
Mhm. So
Anyway,
Pavu it would be reasonable to say that he's developed a friendship with Leon. Yes.
oh yeah, almost certainly. Him and Angus.
Yeah. Pavu will open up the door to Leon's office. Hey, Leon,
What's up, man?
I got an idea.
Yeah, fine. I'm going with this. Uh-huh.
Right, so here, find me where are the scrolls of Firebolt? Oh, there we go. And Pavel will pull out a scroll of Firebolt, and he will open it
Okay.
up across Leon's desk. It,
Yeah,
How would-
Firebolt. What about it?
how are scrolls laid out? Is it a sigil? Is it text? How is it?
It's probably like text with like pictures all around, like
Mhm.
demonstrations on how to do the hand movements and such,
Mhm.
with like text explaining it for those that are not visual learners,
Okay.
more
Pa-
readers.
Pavu skims across it. Where's the part that says that it's fire instead of something else?
He looks over it and he says, right about here, and he points at like this sort of dipping motion, like you're dipping into a like pot of cheese balls to get a big scoopful. He says, that right there is the sort of thing for like normal fire spells. You do that for every fire spell, like firebolt, fireball, all the sorts.
Why
Why?
would we change this so now it's lightning instead of fire?
It doesn't quite work like that. It's not like
Lightning.
it's not. He says,
I mean, people come up
normally,
with some weird fucking spells all the time. Surely it's not too unreasonable for lightning bolt
right,
instead of firebolt.
right, you know,
I mean, there's
it
one that
makes
makes
more
an
sense,
impenetrable dome for a day. I mean,
and
come
one
on.
that makes a bunch of black tentacles to tie up an enemy.
Or pulse wave. I mean, come on.
Right, yeah.
Surely this isn't
Although lightning bolt is already a skills a spell,
yeah,
so
that is a third level spell. I'm talking about like a cantrip.
well, I know that's why
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah,
like
it's a-
it
like
would be like
replacing the
lightning bolt's
fire with
already a
lightning.
thing.
Mhm.
It's gotta come up with a better name.
Gonna take a couple days, but we could figure out how to get it into a lightning bolt. First thing I'd like to try though is like do everything else the same, but instead of doing that dipping motion, which I explained signifies fire, like
Mhm.
reach for like the sky and then like continue. That's sort of normally reaching for the sky is how you do the lightning thing.
Right.
But I'm not sure if that's gonna work. That'd be too easy if it would, but I'm not gonna jinx myself. Yeah, first we can
Probably
try
have
that,
to-
and then we can try a few more things.
I mean, we have until next mission, so I mean that's
Well,
usually at least a
yes.
few weeks in between each.
Right.
And
Yeah, it should
either
be.
way, we have a month until Garfield gets in what I need.
Right. Yeah, it should take probably 2-3 weeks tops if we didn't figure it out just now. So like, you see that target over there, and he points next to the gas ship pond. There's like a scorched up target, and he's like, try that and just like blast it. If it doesn't work, then we'll figure it out.
Pavel will go through the motions for firebolt, but instead of the scoop, he will reach for the sky as
Right.
as is typical of
Fiona
lightning spells.
said, roll a d20, don't add anything to it. If it's above a 10, it works. If it's below, it doesn't.
Well then,
We'll just do that.
I'll just roll 1d2.
Unpause the game, dude.
Ah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Every single time.
Also, Pavo would be well aware that
Damn it!
That's 1d2.
Yeah, I know.
well, I mean,
One
above
would
a
be a
10
failure.
or
yeah.
below a
It's a
10,
half and
that's
half thing.
just a coin flip.
You're right, yeah, that's basically flipping the coin. Something comes, but like it doesn't go. Like
It
crackly
wants to, but
fingers,
it
but like it
fizzles.
doesn't. Right, basically, he says. Close. He starts scrolling, reading through the scroll. He says,
Pavel will point to the spot where it certainly seemed to work, and then point to this these 2
where
points went wrong.
fizzled out. He says, maybe instead of wiping clockwise, wipe counterclockwise? Right after you do the reach the sky thing, instead of doing that, you do this. And he sort of visualizes it. He says, try that. So
Pavel will reach up for another lightning cantrip. What's another lightning cantrip?
Thunderwave.
That's
Yeah,
thunder.
there are only 2 of them.
Thunder and lightning are different.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thunderwave,
So-
Thunderwave is sound. It's
Right.
like a sonic blast rather than lightning, electricity.
Yeah.
Me dot tools.
he says, I feel like we've got it, but like something off,
Something's
Something
going
like-
wrong here, yeah.
clicking.
You know, just to point out, Pavel would be well aware that Desiree is planning to go visit her friends with the Storm Giants, and they know lightning magic like no one else.
This
So,
would be a good point.
if he wants to work with lightning magic, all he has to do is say the word. She would be happy to bring him along and introduce him to her friends.
Surely she's not leaving right this moment.
Well, no, she's not leaving right this moment, but
And if-
you're not
and
going to
if he
have the
can-
time to finish this anyway within the day, remember?
Yeah, if he can get it done up here fairly easy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
let's
let's
just
just
do
saying,
a
it's
surface.
like, she'd have no
Let's do a
problem
quick
bringing
one.
him along.
He'll
8
pull
hours.
pull out a scroll of shocking grasp and use that as something akin to a framework to try to piecemeal this together.
Right. About 6 hours later, you do the motions again and flip a coin, but like with advantage. Like, well, flip 2 coins. 2 coins.
Two.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, you like blast electric bolt at the target, and he says, "Yeah, my goodness, yes, ha ha. I never doubted you, nor myself. Kind of worried that I wouldn't get to sleep tonight, but looks like we were. Just like practice that, I guess. You need anything else?"
And that's the only one I can think of. Because I'll need
Alright.
that to detonate those mining charges.
All right, and he passes out. He thinking has been working all day, and now he's tired. Ugh.
Come on, you big bug. Get in your bed.
He says, he gets up from his chair, walks like 2 feet, and then lays down in a bed you've never seen before, like right behind his desk. And he's like asleep. He's out. So anything
Pablo
else?
shrugs and heads back to. He goes to bed himself because channeling magic that much is taxing, even if it's only cantrips.
Right, and researching magic. Oh
Well,
boy, that's even
only
worse.
because you're learning cantrips, and your character isn't used to using them, really.
That too.
Because the whole
Yeah.
definition of a cantrip is something that, like, a full caster class knows so well that they can just do it at will without even thinking.
Right.
You, on the other hand, are
Right,
a normal
so-
full caster, so for you, it's
So
definitely going to take something to learn.
right, and you have learned this just this day, so I don't think it's immediately a cantrip.
Right.
So I think
and
like
I'm not going to be
maybe it's
using
a
it
first
for this arc.
right. By next arc, you should have
Yeah,
memorized it. By
The
back
main
of your
reason
hand
that I
by now.
wanted is to detonate the mining charges.
Right. So yeah, if you do decide to use it, it would be like maybe first level.
So you could detonate them without
It's like,
Desiree's
you
help?
don't know it for him.
Yeah.
So I guess take over.
I was wondering if Athorn could upgrade his armor, like, to +1 somehow.
From Pavu or from Garfield?
That would be Garfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Garfield.
Take it away, Garfield.
He says, 200 for the book, 250 for me to do it for you.
250.
He does the enchanting thing. He hands you the armor and the book, and he says, "There you go. Have a nice day."
Wait, what's the book for?
The
The
book
is to actually do
is
it,
in case you
upgrade
want
it to
to
+1.
enchant it yourself. Right.
Ah.
Book is it's sort of an instruction booklet, basically.
Yeah. So if you buy the book but don't pay him to do it for you, then you would need to roll. You need to
Arcana,
roll
I think.
Arcana check DC 10, or else then you have to wait a week.
Which is fine if you're
Yeah,
proficient in
okay.
Arcana.
But if he does
Right,
it, do I
but
still
if
have to wait a week?
not, then
If Garfield does it, then
also-
it's an automatic. Then it's an automatic success.
yeah.
Roger.
It's an automatic success at the cost of 50.
I see. Thank you. That's pretty much it.
Right. So I guess that it. Everyone.
Yes.
So,
All right.
I
So
don't.
take the wheel.
All right. I don't think anybody else will be doing anything besides. Nobody else is doing anything for the rest of the day, right?
Nothing notable.
Yeah, not
Alright,
really. I'm not going to
so,
upgrade my armor to a
Yeah, just like the
paladin.
normal
Do you
routine.
guys eat in like a cafeteria, or do we eat in like that little room that's between all of our rooms?
I imagine we.
No, you eat in the cafeteria with.
Oh, okay.
It's either like
Pavu.
go to the cafeteria, bring your food back to the dorm, or just eat in the cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
You could do whatever with your food once you get it.
So you could bring it back to the dorm. All right. So where are you guys eating
Yeah.
in particular?
Desiree probably goes back to the dorm.
Pava does as well.
I will guess that Aphone does the same for convenience.
No, he's in the cafeteria.
That makes things awfully
Oh,
interesting.
great!
That makes things
Great!
awfully-
I have to fix stuff that happens to you now.
But Athorn suddenly
Welcome
thinks,
to
I
being a
think
dungeon
food tastes
master, T.
better in his room.
All right. I'm going to assume it's around night time. This is dinner. So, yeah, Pavu and Desiree, you hear a knock at the door. Which one of you would like to? Is it? We'll just assume it's unlocked. So, yeah, you just hear at your door.
Desiree will look up from her book and food and look at Pavu and go, "What could
Okay,
that
then.
be?"
Pava will get up.
That works.
Will get up from his chair.
Certainly not the director. She just always intercoms.
It's not
Right?
the director.
Yeah, it's certainly not Drizzle because he just would have walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Of course.
So
Unless he's
Pava
feeling
will go-
extra polite today for some reason.
All of the people who live here would. So it's like, what the
Mhm.
heck?
Yeah, you just do. You
I mean, it's
open
not
the-
like coming into
Pava
our
you
bedroom.
will
also could've
walk
just
up to
said
the
come
door
in.
and
But keep going.
Pava will open the door.
At the door is Charla, and she's looking a bit worried. She's kind of twiddling with her hands. She's saying, you guys haven't seen Drizzle at all lately, have you?
Correct.
He said after I finished training, he would meet me in the cafeteria, but he's not there, and he's not here either. Have you guys seen him at all today?
When we got back from the mission, where did Drizzle go?
Well, he went back to his room, and you weren't there to see what he did after that, but he left his room.
I mean, Desiree's been in her room most of the day. She would have seen him leave his room.
Yeah,
But she wouldn't have necessarily questioned where he was headed.
mhm.
Alright.
So, it wouldn't make any sense for her to,
Last I saw, he went into his room. I don't know if he's gone anywhere after that.
You don't mind if I come in, do you?
Desiree would say, well, I saw him leave his room, but I haven't seen him since.
Ava will
That was
step
hours
back in
ago.
the door. I mean, you're welcome in here.
She just walks in and just does a quick check of his room, and walks out still twiddling nervously with her hands. Not there either. Where's Aethorn? And she like does like the snapping thing to like try to remember a name.
Aethorn's in the cafeteria.
Aethorn. Thanks.
Yes, he usually eats his food there.
And she'll just walk over to the cafeteria and ask Aethorn, you haven't seen Drizzle at all today, have you?
Nope.
He was supposed to be only gone until the end of my training, but that ended hours ago.
Quick question: perchance did Angus see where he went? Like, just
yes.
a chance?
Angus knew that he
Because Angus eats in the cafeteria mostly.
Oh, okay. Then maybe Angus can pipe up and say, "Oh, yep, I saw him."
Nice. Ma'am, I saw him.
Where'd you see him last?
Where'd I see him last?
He last saw Drizzle heading off back to Faerun. Assuming you would assume he was just on a trip to somewhere, or like a short visit.
He was heading over to over by the hangar. I'm assuming he's popping down Earth side. Avi probably most certainly knows where specifically he was going. He's like, he has to aim the cannon and all that junk, but I do know he's like hidden to Earth side.
Oh, thanks. And she just kind of like does a quick nod and kind of speed walks to the hangar. And then we'll fast forward. At this point, everybody is getting ready for bed. And you said the director calls over the intercom, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, the director will call over the intercom, and she will ask anybody who's in the room, which is I'm assuming everybody, but like excluding Angus, of course, because he doesn't have the same room as everybody.
No, the intercom goes
Everywhere?
plays. Yeah, everywhere.
Instead of
Kind of like
the
a
room where it's supposed to go.
hospital intercom. Well,
Because
not everybody's in their room all the time.
Okay.
So like, kind of has to be everywhere just in case like there's somewhere else.
Sure.
At the time.
I guess she won't use the intercom because this is supposed to be directed at you guys.
Sending.
So would she just like call you guys?
Then I imagine she would use the gauntlets.
The gauntlets? I'm trying to remember what those did.
The ones with the
They
buttons.
call down the bubble. They call down the bubble. They aren't communication devices. But I'm pretty sure you still have her Stone of Fire speech from Lucas's thing.
Yes,
From
we do.
Crystal Kingdom. One of you does at least.
All right, so she would just kind of call
I don't
him on the
recall
phone?
saying that I took that off of Lucas, but sure.
No, you were given
Right.
her.
Right. She gave us one.
Yeah. I needed an upgrade anyway. It's fine, keep it. No. I needed the new OS. Anyway, sorry.
So you guys can just talk to her over the stone, right?
Yes, the new operating system on a rock.
Magical rocket. New magic. New, better magic, I guess.
All right. Well, I guess from your rock her voice comes from the rock asking, I take it you've already been asked if you've seen Drizzle today, huh?
Correct.
Well, he's been gone 10 hours, and if he's not back by morning, I'm going to ask, but you don't need to, but I'm guessing you want to investigate where he went.
Well, Hovey would know. He's the one that aimed the cannon.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we know where he went, but we don't know why he's back. Or why he isn't back, I mean.
You hear from insider someone from like super far away, Angus say like, "Did I hear investigate?" Like, yelling across the base.
Actually...
No, I'm messing.
No.
I'm messing, of course.
Pava will turn to Desiree. Okay, apparently we have a babysitter now who checks on us every day.
Look, if he's not back by morning, I would recommend you do this, although this technically doesn't count. A missing person doesn't technically count as our business, but I think it would still be in your best interest.
I mean, did he say he was going to be gone no longer than the evening?
According to Charla, yeah.
Okay, well then that's a different story.
That it is.
Well, let's just hope he comes back by morning, and if not, you have a new job to do, I guess. Sorry for the lack of a break. And I guess that's where she ends her sentence.
Yeah, well, missing persons might not be our wheelhouse, but this is a team member, so once again, it's a different story.
And you hear the knock on your door again, and you just say, "Hey, it's me again." It's Charlotte's voice.
Come on in.
She comes on in, still looking as nervous as before, but she, I'm guessing Desiree's there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
She will hand her a stone with a face on it. It's a...
She looks at it and goes, "Is this a sending stone?"
And she just nods. I mean, yeah.
Thought as much.
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I would, appreciate, some updates on the investigation, which will hopefully not happen tomorrow, but you know what I mean. She's just kind of, again, nervously twiddling her fingers. She looks pretty shaken up. Just give me updates, please.
Okay. We can do that.
And she leaves. Yeah. Well, morning comes, and surely enough, no blue man in sight. So,
Alone an entire group.
no blue man in sight. And, where would they meet for this exactly? Just the hangar?
Probably the main office first.
Probably
If
the
they're
living
going
room.
to see the director.
I was gonna say we would probably meet in the freaking living room,
I mean,
the
wait,
common room first.
With the director? Because
With
The
the
director-
director,
But if
no,
you're
that
meeting
would be
for
in
a
our office.
briefing, it'd probably be the main office.
it's going to be a very brief meeting.
Then it would be in her office.
All right. Well, she calls you guys to her office, and she's just kind of she just sits at a desk, right?
Yeah, she sits
Okay,
at a desk on a
I
dais.
assume a person with an office would have a desk and a chair as well. She's
Yeah.
Of course, but it is
Her
on a
desk
dais.
Yeah, her desk raised.
well, as soon as you guys walk in, she pulls out a very thin stack of what look kind of like coasters, but what she does is she peels like a white. They're like circular. She's basically So she pulls out a few really thin circular discs, and she peels off a white layer on the back of it and slaps it onto each of you guys. She says, "Now these are one use only, but these are to teleport you back here. Since this is not really a business thing, in case something bad happens, we need to be able to take you back right away."
I'm assuming Angus is there in the lineup too, right?
Not quite yet, but now
No.
you're going to have to get somebody else to tag along. And she just kind of motions her hand from like towards the door, like she does a come here motion with her hand, and Angus walks in. Angus will be joining you. He's doing pretty well on training.
Hello, sir.
And I feel like nothing would excite him more than an investigation. And she places a sticker. He's wearing a hat, right?
Yeah. He's wearing like a fancy boy hat, like sort of like a small flat cap.
Mm-hmm. She places the warp sticker onto his hat. No objections to this, right?
I don't see why we need a sticker instead of just using the bubble.
Well, this will be
I
more
forgot.
instant.
It's
We
not
also
like
just
we
wanted
haven't
to try
used
it
the
out.
bubble for personal reasons, given that's literally our only way onto and off of this moon base.
Look, this is just more instant, and it's experimental. We just want to make sure it works.
Alright.
Because this could change things. I suppose...
So long as I don't get turned inside out.
I forgot to put
think
it on
we'll be
his.
fine.
I forgot to put it on his character sheet, but he had it since
Hey, to what?
Murder on the Rockport Limited. He had a book that like intercepted magical messages that told him that Lehman Kessler was not real. If you remember correctly, Pavu, just I forgot to like that. I forgot to put that on the character sheet when I sent it to you.
Oh, that's your job.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't send me shit.
No, not you. The team.
Oh.
Huh?
Like, his was applicable. There's a book of interception.
Oh, and it intercepts magic messages?
Right.
Does this include sending stones?
I think so.
Alright. So, I guess she just kind of says, alright, I guess you guys can head to the hangar now and be on your way. Yeah. Just ask, who's the guy that sends people off again? His name?
Avi.
Avi?
Avi. He is a human man. Avi.
Avi will know
AVI.
where he went. Or at least where he
General Air.
arrived. Yeah. So I guess you guys walk into the hangar. You can start asking any questions.
Angus has a little notebook out.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little detective's notepad. That like stereotypical cops would have. He says, Avi, where did Drizzle ask to be sent?
He didn't say anywhere in particular, but I do remember where I sent him. I sent him into a little town called Morning Glow, I think. It's... Hold on, Pavu, where are you from again?
Cawthorne, Avi. The Copper Mountains.
Yeah, right at the... I think a little bit to the northwest of that. Right at the foot of it. A little town called Morning Glow. It's between those mountains and the wastes up north.
Pavu's eyes turn up in a little bit and says he's... I know the place. I've been there a couple times, yeah.
A little place called Morning Glow.
Been a long time, but I've been there a couple times on trade runs.
Figured you guys are
What
gonna
sort of
do
place
that.
is it, Pavel? What sort of... Is it like a friendly town? Is it like... kind of aggressive?
When I
or-
visited, they were a bit afraid of us Goliaths, given how large we are, but
Well, that's pretty normal anywhere, honestly.
It's a tiny town.
it wasn't anything that a friendly demeanor and some quality goods could fix. Or it wasn't anything that they couldn't fix.
Well,
We had pretty good relations with them. They were just a bit anxious around us.
alright. I can probably guess you're doing that looking for Drizzle thing. I kind of overheard. And the fire lady seemed pretty nervous about it, so I reckon that's what you're doing now.
Really?
Well,
Fire
is her
lady.
boyfriend after all.
Oh, that makes more
So
sense.
it only makes sense that she'd be a bit worried about him.
All right. Well, guess I'll be sending you guys off. And Xavier, you said it's like a hot air balloon. Kind
Sort of.
Sort of?
It's a glass ball that gets shot out of a cannon, and when it's
So it's
sent
like
back to the moon, a bubble
so
blows
you
up.
guys just go
That's
into a glass ball and just get shot. So it's like the moonshot.
Yeah, that's how you
from,
go.
Like fucking Borderlands.
That's how you get down. You get back up a hot air balloon
Well,
from it. From a
Because
hatch
hot
up
air
top.
balloons totally fucking work in space.
he aims the cannon and just says, "Hop in into the glass ball." Yeah.
Aethorn squeezes in.
Pavel will take his seat next to the levers where he always sits. Nora is not coming along.
Angus squeezes in and he says, "Is it always this cramped?" It's like, normally I'm in here alone, but now I'm in here with like 4 other people.
Only
Apologies.
since Aethorn joined.
Yeah, you see Aethorn, like his torso is like bent to the right, like 90 degrees. His head like turned left.
He's got a right angle going.
Yeah, we had to get a bubble just for us, so he would
bubble
have somewhere he
minivan.
could be secured.
Because he's freaking
The
ginormous.
bubble minivan.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
So, you can gather what some of these
Like
buildings
Spider all
are
over
at
again.
first glance, like a tavern and what you assume to be a town hall and a police station at first. So where would you... Oh, we don't have the police station map set up. Or, I guess that's not terribly important, but... Where would your first instinct take you?
At some point during the transit down from up the moon to topside, Angus says to basically himself, so clearly, so it kind of looks like that he was planning on being like right back. But what's kind of throwing me off on that deduction is that he didn't give a specific area, just shot down.
So here's the
Which is
question.
kind of odd.
Do we know this town is where Orla lives?
Wait. Orla's not an NPC that you guys have met yet.
Orla, however, is someone who wrote a letter to Drizzle that Desiree read to him.
No, that's Ollie. Ollie is someone else. You think about
There were
Ollie.
like 3 or 4 people.
There were 3 people. There was
There were
Ollie.
3.
I'm not
Charla.
counting Waterdeep.
There was
Ollie, Charlotte, Ollie,
and
Charla,
Ayara.
someone else.
I thought Orla
Yeah.
was one of them.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
well,
guessing
never
you
mind them.
confused her with Ollie. Ollie is someone that you probably won't meet. Alright, so what would you guys like to do in this tiny town?
Angus is probably gonna check the police station first.
Police station that
Because,
one.
like, he
I'd
normally in like
say we should check the tavern.
normally in every
There's no telling. He might just
normally
be
in
drunk.
Desiree's headed to the tavern.
You guys want to head to
normally in every town that Angus goes to, he sort of like he likes to establish that he's like here to help and not just being a vigilante to like the local police. So like they don't want to arrest him for like snooping around and they know that he's on a case or something. Because that's what he did for like Rockport and such, looking for the Rockport Slayer.
Well,
Pavel will tap Dez on the shoulder. They'll
She
probably
turns and
recognize
looks.
me. You might want to let me head in first, just to get their shock of a Goliath out of the way, because we don't come down from the mountain very often.
Desiree steps aside and waves him in.
Alright, anyway, we'll start off with...
Ooh
like,
boy,
wow.
We'll
how
start
much
off with-
they'll be excited when they see 2 of them.
We'll start off with Angus first. Before
Especially
Angus,
one who clearly isn't from the Kathoalavi clan.
Clearly.
Before Angus can even touch the doorknob or door handle to the police station, the door kind of pushes open and kind of pushes Angus over, and out walks a halfling man wearing what?
Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
Watch it, kid.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you coming. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not a halfling. He's a gnome. Sorry, not a gnome. A dwarf. I mixed
I am.
3 things. He's a dwarf.
I am.
Make up your mind.
I am somewhat curious why you didn't bring Nora.
Actually, yeah, that would have made him a lot more recognizable.
Yeah.
If
Right,
you
yeah,
knew we were
you know-
coming here, why wouldn't he have brought her? It doesn't
You
make
know,
any
the one
sense.
Goliath
It's
that-
so
That
hilarious.
was
freaking
me not
giant
wanting to deal with the
leopard
extra
pet.
token. May I retcon that?
You can. You can move Nora.
Please do. It doesn't make any sense otherwise.
Nora
Yeah,
did
so
not
I'm
count as
gonna
a player,
drop
right?
Nora down
Player
on the top.
companions. There we go. Nora.
Player companion.
I got
Oh, you already got her? Okay. Alright, anyway, yeah,
Angus says to the guy, I'm sorry I didn't see you coming through.
just watch where you're going next time. Any...
Alright.
Oh, also, it's going to be closed for now. Just, yeah. And
He looks at his pocket watch. Doesn't seem to be near lunchtime. Why is it closing? It is a
well,
police department.
yeah, but I'm the only chief, and I want to go on my break.
Oh. Alright, sorry. I will have to talk to you later, but it doesn't matter right now. Go ahead.
Alright. And he just kind of does like the hand shoot.
Kinda waves me off.
He kind of like does like the buzz off like motion with
Yeah.
his hand.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
walks to the tavern.
Past 2 Goliaths and the and the snow leopard.
Yeah.
Did he lock the
Suspicious
police
looking
station door?
Goliaths.
Did the quote unquote chief lock the station door on his way out?
He
Or
did lock the door, yeah.
well, if I look in the windows, not if I look in the windows, what do I see? Do I see like the lights are off or anything?
The lights actually roll a perception check.
All right.
Difficult perception to look through window.
The lights are off, so
normal.
the DC will be decently high. Oh, damn. Guess it doesn't matter.
Hey,
So, wait, really? I thought it was...
What did I roll? I can't see it for some
You
reason.
rolled
And
a
I
21.
You rolled
show
a
me.
nat
You rolled a
20.
natural
nat 20.
Sweet.
Well,
My goodness.
Looks like your normal police station, but it seems there are some tarps covering things. And it seems that it seems like there's a paint bucket with a paintbrush against the wall. You're guessing he just painted over something.
What color is the paint?
It's white because the wall is also white.
Is there like a window to the back, like that isn't directly facing the main road?
Yes. But all the
Okay,
windows,
I'm
all the
gonna-
windows have metal bars over them, so like breaking a window.
Oh, so I'm not gonna be able to break
you
in,
won't,
and
you won't be able to.
I'm not
break
gonna be
the
able to
window.
break in.
Desiree could.
Well, I am a little kid. You think I could squeeze?
No.
I'm a little kid. You think I
Desiree
could squeeze?
probably could, but that would cause a very big commotion.
I mean,
Right,
Desiree
that's
wouldn't. I'm just saying she could.
She can. I'm guessing.
She totally can.
I'm guessing Aethorn follows the rest into the tavern. And what does Angus do, given his foiled attempts at breaking into a police station?
Pavu.
So Angus
upon
isn't gonna be able to
seeing
fit
Angus
into the
attempting
bar, huh?
to go
He
to
will
the
not.
back will whistle at Angus. Get your ass back over here.
He looks at the police station and like quickly writes in his notebook, "Chip away at paint in police station," and runs back to Pavu.
How old is Angus?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I think I said he's 12 in the Myra on the Rockport Limited.
How is
He
he, a
recently
part
had
of the
his
Bureau?
birthday, so
he's probably really good at figuring out something.
yeah, he figured he
I'm,
Purely
figured
because
out
of the book.
he
I'm thinking a similar reason as
He was starting to
Drizzle,
figure
where
out-
they were security hazards.
yeah, because I remember
He's a
saying
security hazard.
he got on the moon because he
A
was
liability.
investigating he was investigating missing persons reports about people that they don't remember, and he was starting to catch on to the bureau. So if you can't beat him, hire him. and that's
Okay.
basically how Angus came along.
I
Yeah.
was just curious, 'cause my character would know it, but it's like, why is this 12-year-old running around with us? Like, what sense does this make?
14. He recently had his birthday.
Yeah, Drizzle
Oh, no,
only,
he's 13 because he had his birthday. Damn, man. We've been here a long time.
Drizzle only joined the bureau because he just showed up on the moon and nobody knew how or what really hazardous was. Anyway, you guys walk into the tavern. I guess let me make sure I have all the NPs.
Pavu walks in first, with Nora at his side.
It's loading the tavern for me. Let's see. Do I have? Yep. All right. I can activate this.
It's daytime, right?
Yes, it is daytime.
Eh.
About
Still
maybe like
morning.
lunch, right?
Let's get myself out of here.
Let's move yourself back here. At the end.
Hey, we got background sound. Nice.
Yeah. This
Did you?
module is pretty cool. Yeah.
Strange, I don't seem to hear it.
Click on your
Sucks to
token
be you. I
icon.
like it. It's quite pleasant.
It sucks to be you.
All right. Well, I guess you guys may enter. Let me open the doors for you.
And let me pull Nora out.
All right,
Pavu
where is
will-
the entrance to this
Pavu
tavern?
will-
'Cause
Right.
Desiree's right
Pavu
behind
will
Pavu.
look at Ithorn. Ithorn, you might want to hold back. Just for a moment.
Why?
You want him to sit in the horse stables?
They're rather tentative of Goliath. I can't imagine how they would react to a
Centaur.
centaur suddenly walking in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd love to watch Centaur come into a bar. I mean,
Oh, I'm sure it'll be
The
funny
tails.
once they're over the shock of, oh my god, there's a Goliath.
okay.
And then, oh my gosh, there's a second one. Ooh, a centaur.
So Pavu will open the door with Nora right at his side.
It seems that all the people you don't recognize just kind of give you a quick look because somebody just opened the door and then they just go back to what they were doing. A lot less shocked than you were expecting.
It has been 2 years, so
Desiree
but,
walks in.
it's-
Oh my god!
But
yeah,
you
it's
hear a
been 2
distant,
years since.
"Hey!"
Actually, no, now 3.
You hear just an
who's
"oh
this?
yeah" in the around over here. It seems the bartender remembers you.
Desiree walks in and people are like, "Whoa, hold on! Someone's bigger than Pavu?"
Oh no! The world's gonna
Do I
end.
recall the bartender's name?
We'll just give him a name. Well, the token says Morthos, so the bartender's name is Morthos.
Morthos, how have you been?
Oh, I've been fucking splendid. What brings you here again? It's been years, I think. What brings you here?
One of my friends has gone missing.
Oh, yeah. They've been missing
I haven't
cases
been on the
in-
mountain for a while, so.
Yeah, there's been missing cases all around the area. This is the first one in this town,
Really?
I think. No, there was another lady that went missing, I think 2 months ago. Still haven't found her.
That's no good.
Who are your friends?
Pavu will pat Desiree on the shoulder. This is Desiree. He will pat Angus. Angus.
Desiree just waves.
And then he will point over toward over at the window. Ithorn, get in
You
here.
see Athorn's face planted onto the window, just trying to look inside.
Pavu will point over at him and give him a get over here gesture.
Oh, he like get rid. It goes in, out, and just like walks in.
The
Hey.
police chief in the
The town's a
corner
lot
will-
less apprehensive of Goliath than I remember.
The police chief in the corner will like briefly tip up his hat so you can get a better look at Athorn, and then quickly put it down to pretend like he was never staring.
Of course.
There's a brief
a
like,
reason-
Goliath
reaction
walk
to a
in,
centaur.
that's just normal day in the neighborhood, but a centaur walks in.
yeah, there's a brief huh? Whoa. Among the bar patrons, but otherwise, like, well, actually, yeah, some of them are still staring at Athorn because they're just, whoa, horseman.
centaur.
Goliaths have become a
Ain't seen one
common
of those
sight,
in a
but a
while.
centaur, damn.
Oh yeah. The librarian is a fucking Goliath. Sorry, I
Cedar?
did not mean to say fucking, but
Goliath?
yeah, the librarian's a Goliath.
No, I absolutely love it. I
Really?
absolutely
Who
love
came
the
down from
connection
mountain?
you got.
Huh?
Did one come down from the mountain to live in here, or
Oh, yeah,
did
his
they come
name's
from
Isaac,
elsewhere?
I think.
Isaac? Oh,
Uh-huh.
I remember that fucking guy. I remember him.
Isaac, from what you remember, he's a little shorter than you, but from what you remember, he wasn't as well built as others. He's a relatively thin Goliath. So it seems librarian would be more fitting.
Scrawny
for him.
sort. I remember Isaac. Scrawny sort, ain't he?
Goliath librarian. Unusual, and yet seems like my kind of guy.
I was about to say. Seems right up your alley.
So, can I get you anything? Oh, right.
Have you
No
seen
drinking,
a
no
water
drinking.
genasi come around the place?
Don't think
About
I
yesterday?
have, but I've heard other people's. I've heard somebody mention him. You know who Orla is?
Blue guy, white hair.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned the water dynasty earlier. But I haven't
Any
seen
clues
myself.
to where he went?
No, but I reckon
Or
he
who
met up
I
with,
might be able to get information out of?
I reckon he met up with Orla, considering she mentioned the water genasi earlier.
Alright.
Just keep heading down. Let me look at the map for a second so he can give us
Does
a-
Pavu recognize the name Orla?
He
Would
does
she
not.
have been there? Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Orla. she
Angus
must be-
does.
He lives where.
She must have-
I need to make up a
Angus
name.
wouldn't, because Angus isn't
Actually-
from the region.
Angus will not recognize. Yeah. No.
Orla. That
I mean-
no must have come in here in the last 5 years, huh?
I think about 2 months after you left.
Okay.
Right. She lives where, and I need to make up a name, assuming that. She lives where Jenkins used to live. You know. Remember where that was?
Oh yeah, I remember the place.
Yeah, over there.
What was it called again? Put the blame on freaking
Oh
Pavu.
shit! I forgot.
Jenkins' house.
When you meet her, just call her Dr. Deal. She, deal as in like making a deal. She worked pretty hard for that doctorate of hers, so just respect it and call her Dr. Deal. Or Dr.
Got
Order.
it.
Just as long as you have the doctor in it, it should be fine.
Is it okay if I leave out the doctor and just put PhD at the end?
No, but the name that
What's her doctorate in?
the name that Angus does recognize is Dr. Deal.
Desiree looks at Angus and says, "A PhD is not the only kind of doctorate."
Joke I was making. Come on now.
Anyway,
And he starts rummaging through his bag
What's her
for.
doctorate in?
anthropology, I think. Though she's pretty good at criminal studies too. She's an author too, but
fun.
mainly anthropology.
Good
Why do I
Cleveland
do-
Kid
why
Cop.
do I do
I
your
thought
house,
so.
huh?
Hold on. Angus has something to say.
Killed Cleveland Kid Cop, huh? He's here, huh?
Huh? Can you say that one more time?
That's the author of Caleb Cleveland Kid Cop, right?
Yeah, that's the one, that's the one. She wrote that book. The children's book, I think.
Interesting.
Can Athorn make a perception check to see if, like, he moves around this corner just to see if any of the people inside are actually looking towards the people who are talking to the barkeep.
You may.
Nope, everybody stares at Aethor. No one cares about the conversation happening at the bar.
Desiree takes a look around. Who's the biggest guy in here, not counting Pavu, Desiree, and Aethorn?
Let me check, actually.
Morthos is only a little shorter than Pavu.
Oh no, Isaac is a little shorter than Papu. Orthos,
Oh, Isaac is.
Orthos is a human. Or more.
It's a way freaking shorter than Pavu.
I need to start freaking taking down NPC names.
So no one's actually intently trying to
I
listen
mean,
into the conversation.
just make a perception check.
Okay.
28.
28.
Somewhere in here, bloody hell.
This man over, the police chief over here,
Ah, come on.
he's not looking, and he,
14.
he's playing with a lighter, but you would guess he's listening. However, there is somebody looking at the party, and that is this man in this corner over here. Well, everybody
Remind
else
me, who was
seems-
Isaac?
Isaac is the librarian.
Isaac's the librarian.
Okay, right.
Everybody.
All right. Now, what is this? What
Everybody
does my
else seems
14
to
get me?
almost be minding their own business, except occasionally looking at you. But that's it.
Can Angus roll a perception check to see if there's like paint on Chief's clothes?
You can, but first,
It's like a segue.
Desiree, you rolled for perception, right?
Yes. Who's the biggest person in here who's not part of us?
Let me check. That would be somebody all the way over here. It seems to be a dragonborn. If you have to guess based off of what you can see from his equipment and attire, he's probably a barbarian just like you.
Oh.
A fellow barbarian.
Oh, wait, hold on, let me get my...
Desiree heads over.
Desiree, please don't cause a fight. Please don't cause a fight. Like Desiree's like ignoring Angus the entire time, and he's like, please
Desiree
just
is
don't
ignoring
start a
Angus
fight.
because he's acting
My
dumb.
headphones are back on.
Don't start a fight. Don't
Acting as
start a fight.
Desiree just wants to fight everybody. Come on.
Desiree isn't the type to just randomly start a fight.
Desiree starts a fight. She has a reason.
So you're just-
Desiree steps over to a position where, you know, he can actually see her and says hello.
Yo.
You look pretty strong.
Thanks. You too. Hold on.
Thanks.
Can you flex your arm real quick?
He wants Desiree to flex her arm?
Yeah.
Alright, she does it.
Nice. That's gotta be bigger than mine. And he looks
Nice
at
eyes.
his- That's gotta be bigger than mine, huh?
Care to arm wrestle? I'm curious how strong you are.
I can give it a shot, but... he just kind of
Desiree takes a seat.
He kind of gestures towards your bicep. Probably gonna lose, but I can give it a shot. Alright, now, he came with pre-generated stats, but I'm not gonna use those.
That's fine, whatever.
Alright, you kind of sit yourself, and you kind of take the spot right here from one of his teammates to make room
Yep.
for the arm
I just
wrestle.
say, excuse me, can I have a seat for a second?
It's another dragonborn who just kind of moves their hands up and just kind of scoots over. Alright, both of you
Desiree's making friends.
both of you make strength checks.
Huh?
Strength checks. Or
Okay.
competition, yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, wait. Checks. Strength. Oh,
Oh.
that was pretty low, honestly.
Damn.
Oh, wait. +1. That's actually an 18.
Ooh, it's probably one of the most close arm wrestles you've ever had, but you eventually win, and there's a massive thud as his hand finally hits the wood table, and the whole table just kind of like it kind of like the end that you hit
Tilts.
kind of seesaws up and then back, or seesaws down and then back up, or makes the other end seesaw up and back down. And then
Desiree
it's
just laughs and goes, you know, you're actually a lot stronger than you think.
I saw that. I'm
Try
getting
my
weaker.
I try my best, but hey, I wouldn't rather lose to anyone else. And he just kind of like, I'm trying, I don't know what the word is, but he kind of like gestures his drink towards you and just takes a sip from his mug.
Toast.
Yeah, toast.
Right. Desiree
And-
just nods.
His teammates are clapping.
So what is there to do around this place? What do y'all do for fun?
Not much. We're adventurers. Like I'm assuming you guys are too. What we're doing here mainly is we're just stopping by here for a moment. We're gonna make it up to the desert.
I see. What's up in the desert? For you to go
Nothing
to?
much, but we've heard there's treasures somewhere deeper along the desert. Don't go after it because we're trying to get that first.
No, it's all yours. We are actually here looking for a friend. Have you happened to see a blue guy running around here? He's about human size, maybe a little short, not particularly tall, but he's blue, white hair. Kind of looks like he's always wet. He happens to be a water genasi, so, you know.
Don't think I have. No, I didn't. Sorry.
That's disappointing, but oh well. Good luck in your adventure. I hope you find the treasure you're looking for.
Thanks. And I hope you find your friend.
Thank you. Desiree heads off to rejoin the group.
Alright, and Angus, what did you want to do?
I want to roll a perception check to see if the chief has like paint on him.
Yes, you can.
Uh,
8. Well, he's not trying to hide it, so yes, he has some paint on his pants.
Angus is gonna walk over to him, and he's gonna say, if I could grab Angus and not do that. He's gonna ask,
Yeah, before you
An artist?
get before you like step any closer than how close you are now, he just kind of he motions with his hand stop, and he asks, and he takes the cigar out of his mouth, and he says, "What do you want?"
I just noticed that you have some paint there on your clothes. Are you an artist, perchance?
I was repainting the inside of the cell at the police station. And he puts the cigarette back in his mouth and he says, some loser decided to vandalize it while he was in there.
Can I ask what that vandalization might have looked like?
Well, I don't know. I painted over it. I didn't bother remembering it.
Alright, I want to talk to you privately at police station later, but now I see that you're on break, so, guess see you later?
Yeah, sure. And he just takes another puff of his cigar. And Aethon, would you like to whisper to Morthos?
Yeah, I whisper to him, asking who the guy at the end of the table, the bar, is.
I don't really
who's so intently listening.
I don't really know myself, but he's been here for, I think, 4 days, I think. And I don't know, he has a staring problem, really.
What, this guy over the corner?
Yeah, the guy over here, he seems to be an elf. And he, as soon as Morthos looks over, the elf looks away.
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer looking at you guys.
Angus is going to say to, Avu, probably.
I just you move your token up to the guy, and I thought you were gonna like kill him. I'm not even moving back. That's just like the inn part, because this place doubles as an inn because it's a tiny place. It's a tiny town. Anyway.
Angus is gonna say probably to Pavu, something's rubbing me wrong with, the police chief. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're certainly not gonna make friends with him if you keep acting so damn suspicious.
That's Officer Rudy. He's kind of mean to everyone.
Kidding?
Oh, especially Ola. He fucking hates her guts.
Interesting.
For what reason?
How recently has there been any people in the cells recently? Do you know of like any trouble causers?
He's going to answer Pavu and then Angus. A while
Right.
back there was another case of a missing person and he called it a cold case. He gave up, and then I think,
After how long?
I think after like 3 days, he just gave up, and Ola solved it herself. And after that, the mayor made her part of the police force as an investigator. And he's been upset ever since. I think he's jealous that he got shown up or something. Yeah. Alright, now, and I don't think anyone's been I don't think anyone's been arrested lately. Not to my knowledge.
Alright. You said 3 days. After 3 days he called it cold.
Yeah, but that happened a long while ago. I think, well, maybe 4 years ago that happened. He's been bitter towards her ever since. Rumour has it Ethan bullies her a lot, throws bricks through her windows sometimes. But that's just a rumour. Someone has been throwing bricks through her windows, but no one's been accused yet.
Interesting.
Sounds like someone's interested in power more than competency. Living so close to Goliath, that's a mistake.
Well, nothing I can do about it. I'm just a barkeep. Anyways, anything else you got, Mark?
Anything around town that a water did not seem like have interest in?
Oh, there's a bathhouse, but it's been closed for a little bit. The owner's still on vacation.
Desiree looks at it and says, so aside from us, obviously, and that group over there that I just spoke to, is there anyone particularly new in town?
Oh, almost everyone in here. And he points to this table over here. They probably adventurers too. So, except those two over there, they've been here. They return frequently, but those two over there, yeah, they're new.
Athorn asks for a cold mug of ale, or actually 2.
2, all right. And he fetches you your 2 your mugs of cold ale. There we go. We got the ice right from the mountains here.
Good. How much?
Well, I actually don't know how much ale usually costs. It's like
He'll just give him 2 gold.
That's way
that
overpriced.
seems a bit much. Yeah, isn't bread?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only like a couple coppers.
Yeah,
Maybe a couple silver.
Ale's cheap.
Bread is like 1 copper, right? So I assume this is maybe like 3 copper.
A loaf of bread is 2 copper.
I
So
still give
I'll-
him 2 gold.
Give me a second, I have the,
Whoa. Pretty sure it's like
I have
And
a thing that shows
$3
the
copper, but
cost
damn,
for
you
ale
really
and stuff.
overpaid him, huh?
yeah,
Yes, you
Athorn
did.
goes,
Give me a
That's for like an expensive wine.
yeah, Athorn
Alright,
just
hold on.
goes or
Ale for a
just,
gallon is 2 silver.
Wow.
yes.
4 copper for a mug.
Athor
My goodness.
says to the Morthos,
You're gonna party hardy if you need a gallon.
If you go for wine, a common pitcher is 2 silver, and a fine bottle is 10 gold.
And he said,
Yeah,
no, come here. And he also pitches in like a wine bottle with all that. A closed bottle, of course. He's not gonna open it. It's for royal travels, he says.
Well, Athorn says, well, thank you, but the extra payment for was down payment for our future troubles. And Athorn grabs the 2 mugs.
Angus
He's
looks at
telling them
Athorn
we're
and is
going
like,
to
what the
cause
frick is that
trouble.
supposed to
Great.
Angus looks at Athorn before he walks away, and he says, "What's that supposed to mean?"
You'll get it. But Athorn walks
Oh,
over
what?
to this man, and then grabs one of the stools, pulls it out, and slides it across.
Now that he can-
instead.
Now that he can sit on
he
it.
slides it away. No, yep. He slides it away. And then
Now we're back at the
puts
question:
one
how do centaurs sit?
Like horses.
mugs. Yeah. He puts a mug in
Like
front
in a
of the
chair.
man,
Come on.
and one in front of Aethorn, and says,
That would be on a pillow more than a chair.
Is that for me?
"Might,
He says.
yes, for you." Seeming like you want to be quite friendly, considering you're overhearing our conversation.
Oh, sorry. I've been told I have a staring problem.
What's your name, by the way?
His name is Enloloth.
Enoroth.
Alright. Yeah, well,
Can I do an
it's-
insight
it's
check?
spelled different, but I'm just gonna spell like this. Enoloth.
Okay. Alright. So, Enoloth. We're looking for a blue water genasi. Ever seen him? You
I
heard
know
his
someone who might know.
Who?
Orange-haired lady. She lives some other house. But she's
Any
probably
name?
something to do with it. Yeah.
Why do you think she has anything to do with it?
And he just kind of pulls out like a small notebook and just reads. I don't know. She just gave me the heebie-jeebies. And he kind of looks past your shoulder and back at you.
Past my shoulder. I look back. Do I see what he's looking at?
You can. What would he roll if he had to take a guess at what he was looking at?
Insight or perception?
Yeah, either insight or perception. It depends on what he's looking. If he's looking around, it'd be perception. If he's like trying to gauge on what he saw, it'd be
He's trying to
insight.
figure out what somebody else is looking at.
Probably perception.
Perception.
All right.
Advantage.
Whoa!
20,
Wow, 32. He was
32.
looking at Officer Rudy in the
Jeez.
corner.
The fuck? You have a plus 11 for perception? What the fuck?
He was
So
looking
the-
at Officer Rudy.
I have expertise in it, and the glasses give a +2, and then the sentinel shield gives me advantage.
He's only got one more than I do. Jeez,
So, yeah,
mean.
Aethorn
He's
goes,
just rolling
so
advantage. I do not.
what's wrong with the officer over there? You think he's involved too?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it. I was just looking at the door. I thought somebody walked in, but no one did.
Can I make an insight check
You
for
can.
that? This is just normal. 19.
He's lying.
Yeah. You can't lie to me. I work with the drow.
And he just kind of freezes and he just says, I have somewhere to be. And he just he tries to walk out.
Aethorn slides a...
Pavu, whenever he hears
so-
a tell of somebody lying, will step between this man and the door.
Desiree steps over. Now he has
What's with your
disadvantage to
entourage?
lie if I'm there.
And he says, come on, what's with
Aethorn-
your entourage? I don't mean any harm. And he has both of his hands up.
Yeah, Aethorn slides
Is he
a
lying?
platinum coin over
lying.
to where he was sitting.
And now he...
Angus is gonna say, "Come on now, please.
and now
Like,
now
no trouble, please."
Now he's biting his
Friend of-
thumbnail. And he's like... He looks like he's contemplating.
I
Now-
was saying, Aethorn slides a platinum over to where the cup was. Says, take a seat, and you can have this.
And he takes a seat and he looks over at the officer again, Officer Rudy, and then he looks back at the coin. He says, and he takes the coin. What do you need to know?
Well, first of all, what's wrong with the officer? Keep
Nothing.
staring into this direction.
Oh no, just police officers make me nervous. Authority, you know,
And
worry of like abuse of power.
You know, if you simply don't break the law, they don't tend to be an issue.
I know, but like Rudy's kind of mean.
well, so this lady with the orange hair, do you have her name?
No, but I see her around.
I turn to Desiree and say, "Could you ask the barkeep if he knows who that lady is?"
Dude, you are coming through really quiet. I can barely
Yeah,
hear you,
you're mumbling.
honestly.
Really?
Like, yeah, I turned you
Here,
up,
let's-
and I'm still barely able to tell what you're saying half the time.
He asked if you could ask Morthos about an orange-haired lady.
Of course.
Thank
And
The
she,
only one that we know of that's spoken of a water genasi.
she
Morthos told me
takes
that Dr. Deal was speaking of one.
Desiree takes her demon's eye amulet and hands it to Aethorn for the moment.
What does it
And so it gives disadvantage on all deception checks against you.
do? Oh, sweet.
This will help him. This will help you to see through his lies better.
Thank you.
And
Didn't one of you
Desiree
guys
goes
buy
over and
the,
asks Morthos about any orange-haired women.
Quick question.
Aethor, go ahead.
Didn't one of you buy the the band that let you cast Stone of Truth on one person, or am I just
No, because we
making
already
that up?
have two people that can cast
Cast
Zone of
it.
Truth anyway.
Right.
Oh, I thought you actually picked that up.
No.
Ah, okay.
Aethor
It should be less
proceeds-
necessary when Aethorn's got the demon's eye amulet for the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. He proceeds.
They have
questioning-
disadvantage, and I believe he's got advantage.
Mhm.
Badly written in here
And
because you
Naloth.
badly typed out stuff, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Aethor keeps questioning Analoth and asks, so for the last time, I'm going to ask you, what's up with the cop? Is it truly because you're just scared of cops? And please don't try lying. I can smell lies.
He's just he looks nervous. He is sweating and he's just
How do I
looking-
link this item?
He's staring like directly here, just out of. He's trying to avoid eye contact. He is nervous.
Drop the item into the chat box.
Aethor says,
should have.
look,
No, that
I'm,
should work.
I'm not in the business of hurting innocents.
It is not working.
Please, don't be nervous.
Then just copy paste
If
the
anything,
description.
we're just trying to find our friend.
I haven't seen your friend.
Alright. Fine. Keep the coin. I guess. But if you have any information, there's more coin to be had. You know where to find us.
Like I said, it was badly written.
Okay.
And,
I didn't type that. I copy pasted it from the source.
and he
Like I said, it was badly written because it's like
he walks on his way out and he pulls out an umbrella shortly before he leaves.
Was it raining outside?
It was not.
No.
More so.
Did he open it or
basically,
did you
gives
just
you
pull it
advantage
out?
on-
He
It
pulled it out
gives you
before he
advantage on
actually-
insight and them disadvantage on deception.
He pulled it out before he pulled it, I guess it's more so a parasol, but he opened it like before he left the door.
Okay.
Aethor
okay.
asked Desiree, do you have a name?
Could just be blocking the sun, but there's a little
I
odd.
haven't been given a name yet.
Wait, huh?
I asked and I haven't been like responded to yet, so I can't tell you if I have a name.
Oh wait, I can't believe I forgot. Morthos kind of reaches over the table and just pets Nora. He remembers Nora.
Yeah, Desiree asked about orange-haired
remembers him.
woman.
Orange-haired lady. Yeah, that's Orla.
Huh. Desiree will turn to Aetharm when he asks to say, it would be Orla. Seems the local doctor would be the one to speak to.
Oh, no. She's not a doctor. She just has a doctorate in anthropology. She's not the town clinic doctor. That's someone else.
Well, yes, but that still does make her a doctor.
Yes.
Just not a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Angus asked Martha, and you said that Orla was part of the police department?
Technically, but they kind of bully her. So instead of having an office in the police department, her office is at home.
Oh.
Huh? You cut out.
No, I said alright.
Alright, okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
I guess he asked, did we get directions to Orla's place, I guess?
Pavel knows where to go, but no one else does.
Okay.
Well, it seems we
I
need
guess
to speak to
Pavel
this
kinda-
Orla.
Mentions it.
Alright, I'm assuming you guys walk back out to Morning Glow.
Yep.
Yep.
What was the name that I was given that I recognized?
Isaac.
Isaac, yeah.
The
He's
librarian.
No, the one where Orla's currently residing.
I had to make up a name since it's not anybody important, but
Okay.
I said Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Leroy.
The second Jenkins of the campaign.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so-
I decapitated the last one.
Alright,
No.
I'll bring you guys out. I'm guessing
I was about to say, no, you exploded him, but you exploded his crap.
I
I'm guessing
exploded
everybody
his
leaves
minion.
guessing everybody leaves the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I will activate to Morning Glow.
No. I was still mapping that area, damn it.
do you want me to bring you back?
No.
Okay.
No,
The completionist.
it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, like, at one point you saw my character go explore the rooms up top. It wasn't because it mattered what was there. It's just because I have a feeling I'm never actually going to go up there. I don't want to get that map while I'm here.
No, you have to go there again.
That was lodging, as would be typical of a tavern.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Which-
yeah, before you guys go...
Something really off about that cop. Like, for real, though. Really off. Angus basically says to, like, everybody.
How so?
I don't know. It's just, I got a feeling.
Gut feeling.
Hmm.
So
Maybe he just doesn't
where
like
do we
kids.
find this Orla?
Well,
Pavel would know.
though according to one of the people, I don't remember the name, but like he did call another missing persons case cold after 3 days, and that's not normally a normal amount of time. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling, I guess.
How long does a missing person tend to stay alive for?
Well, normally they continue to search for like a body or them for like a couple months after their disappearance. Not like 3 days. At most, like maybe a month. Just a little off-putting to me. I don't know.
Well, in any case, we should go see this Orla.
Right.
Let's see here. Jenkins' house. Pavu's walking down the street, looking at the houses.
There are like a few
Jenkins.
houses that you don't
They
recognize
just
there
go
being
all the way up to
before,
where-
but you're guessing it was just a slight increase in population.
Mhm.
I mean,
Right.
This one.
Let me make sure. it looks,
Pavu, as he's passing this circular house, he will point to that one. That's the one.
All right. Let me make sure it's correct because we had to use like a section of a wizard tower to make the house, or to like guess about the house. Alright, yeah, I
Mhm.
can activate the scene. We change the permission.
You can activate it without revealing it up top.
Oh no, okay.
Right.
Save changes and alright, and I'll
I-
wait.
Add a character. Is there a way to increase the attunement slots on your character sheet? You know, it says
Yes.
3 out of 3 at the
You-
bottom corner.
Yeah, so where it's at, on that second 3, you would
Mhm.
just. I did it before. How the fuck did I do it?
We'll do it after session. It's not important.
I
Alright,
swear I just clicked on it before.
and I will now activate the scene. Who walks in first?
Probably gonna
I
let.
assume Pavel. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Angus is
Probably,
like
yeah.
right behind him. Tokens.
Alright, so in what order does everybody come in? Oh, actually, no, you need a knock
I'll
first.
go
I forgot.
last.
I forgot you guys need to knock.
Yeah.
Gonna say, I figure we're
Yeah.
gonna knock,
Yeah,
so
sorry.
Yeah, we
Desiree
just
lightly
burst in.
taps on the door.
And you guys hear footsteps from inside and a...
The door goes flying.
let me drag your tokens
Yeah,
in.
Desiree lightly taps on the door. The door sails across the room and slams into the other wall.
Door sails across
Ooh,
the
that
room.
would be
The
Pablo
freaking
doing
house
that.
falls apart. Ola did.
Oh, wait.
No,
Okay.
Desiree just doesn't know her own strength.
Alright, so who's
And
at the
Pavu
front
has the
again?
magical item.
Right.
Quote unquote lightly tap.
Right,
Lightly
so,
tap, the door disintegrates.
It just punches a hole through the door.
As soon as the door opens, you are greeted with a roughly 5'10" orange-haired lady with circular glasses in a beige suit, white gloves, and freckles, and like a band of freckles on her cheeks and nose. And she goes, my, oh my. And she looks over and she says, whoa! She's looking directly at Desiree, and she just kind of pushes, or she actually not pushes, but she kind of like steps around Pavu, and she she says, sorry if I get a little touchy, but I've never seen a Goliath as tall as you are, let alone one with blue markings. And she's just like examining your arms.
Yeah.
She's
Desiree
literally
just goes,
2 inches taller than I
Hi
am.
there. One.
Angus,
One
Angus
inch,
right,
yeah.
right. Angus right next to Ithorn is like super giddy. Like this is like one of his like idols, and he's like trying to hide it, but like doing it terribly.
How can I show you guys the artwork, the character artwork?
You
on it.
right click it,
Show
and then
players, got it.
then you have the choice
Yeah.
of either showing the.
There we go.
She has a tooth gap also.
Yeah. So I see.
Yep.
For a second, I thought that was some serious buck teeth. And then I realized it was a gap in the top teeth. I'm like, whoa! Damn, there's one here.
Sorry. Excuse me, myself, but I am Dr. Dealbert. Friends call me Ola. It's nice to meet you all. I think I can take a wild guess at why you are all here. And she kind of grabs Desiree.
Points at Drizzle. He's dead.
No, she grabs Desiree's wrist, and she grabs oh, she's over here, like in the jumble of you guys now, and she grabs Aethorn's wrist, and it's the wrist with the bands on them. I assume you're
The
part of
gauntlets.
Huh? No, you guys all have matching like wristbands from the BOB, right?
Except
They are
yeah,
gauntlets.
except for
They are silver
Pavu.
gauntlets.
No, they're bracers.
The
They're
bracelets.
bracers,
Except
Yeah.
except for Pavu, who
A
I
single
think
bracer.
got coppered trim
Uh-huh.
because like
yeah,
he had to.
Pavu modified his himself before
Yeah.
before he put it
You're
on.
all from an organization of sorts, and I think I can make an educated guess as to why you're here. Earlier, I think yesterday, a blue friend of yours, I'd assume, had the exact same thing as you all. Unless they're just really fancy friendship bracelets, I think you're part of an organization of some sort.
So you've seen our companion.
Oh, yeah. I'm an anthropologist after all. I haven't seen
Did you
a
happen to
Water
speak
Genasi.
to him?
Oh, he's not here, but I can help you figure out what happened to him, because I haven't seen him I haven't seen him. Trying to remember what somebody would say here. I haven't seen him ever since I spoke to him last.
Huh.
Guessing
we did-
guessing he didn't
Inside?
return home, did he?
He didn't, and we actually came here for your help.
All right, you want to roll insight?
Absolutely.
All right. She's telling
I'm
the truth.
assuming
Remember,
I
remember
have.
I thought,
She's
well,
telling the truth. She's
who
not
has the
suspicious.
Amulet?
Oh, Desiree would have taken it back by now.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
Maybe
yours.
she just loaned it to him
Mine.
because that guy was clearly lying.
Yeah, she's telling the truth.
Hmm.
Right,
Good. Perhaps you can help us to find him.
I'd be delighted to. And she looks over at Angus and says, "That's my book, isn't it?"
Yeah. Like stuttering. He's like really freaking nervous
Curiosity,
and
would
excited.
Desiree recognize her name?
Huh?
Would you have?
given that she is the author of
Considering
a
how
popular
much she
children's book.
reads.
Oh yeah. If you guys have
But
read the
it
book,
is children,
if you guys have
preteen children.
if you guys read the book, then you would know her name.
Desiree reads those too.
All right, then.
Of course.
Then
She
you would have
did-
recognized her.
Although
By
I'm
name,
thinking
right?
Desiree would actually possibly recognize her more for her anthropology work being published
Very
or
possible.
something.
Oh yeah, that too.
I imagine
Emily
she
wouldn't
doesn't
get
read children's novels very often.
Right? Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
She
say.
does. It's just she goes through them so quickly. They're written at a lower level, and she's like,
Right. Of course.
this is a girl who would have read War and Peace when she was like 10. So
Right.
it gives you an idea of like the kind of level of reading she does. So
Yeah, that is my most popular book. I've published many others, but none of them as popular as that one. People really like detective stories. They really like them.
yes, well,
Well, I suppose you all can come in. And she brings you to like her office area. Let me open up the door.
Angus is like clicking a pen, sort of like fidgeting, basically, just like one of those clicky pens, just like constantly like just click, 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 like he's
She's clicking.
really freaking nervous and excited, and
are
like
you not able to move in?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
We
not
see no
really.
door.
Yeah,
I'll just drag you
like
guys
I can't.
I'm blind.
see a door or
Answer.
anything.
I'll just drag you guys
Uh,
in.
I was like,
Door
there's a
doesn't
door
lead
there, but
outside.
I forgot. I
wow.
forgot this was supposed to be a wizard tower before, so it's kind of fucked up.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
anyway.
so it doesn't have an obvious way in. That's
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fine.
it
Uh,
does, but we're on like the 4th level.
Just like
Right.
Angus.
And where's the Nora?
Oh wait. Oh shit.
We didn't.
I-
Oh yeah, where is the Nora?
But yeah, just like Angus, she's also clicking a pen. Right. You wouldn't mind if I recorded your measurements, right? And she like holds out a measuring tape.
Desiree looks down and goes, why not?
She also is talking to Aethorn too.
Oh, what did she ask?
She's asking if she can record your measurements.
And then there's
Go on.
Pavu, literally an inch shorter than
Well,
Des.
it's mainly because she hasn't. The main reason why she's so interested in this array is because she hasn't seen a Goliath with blue markings instead of black markings.
Yeah, Desiree's also, while only an inch taller, Desiree's a good bit broader than Pavu. She's just like super strong and muscular. Not like bodybuilder look, but she's really big.
Well, you can ask questions.
Well, he's about as broad as she is, but because of the armor, under the armor, he is not.
Yeah, but also
Right.
like.
But he is
also,
still.
Oh yeah, no, he's still a big guy. He's a freaking blacksmith, though. It's
She's just like not as like surprised to see like your specific like community of Goliaths, considering how close they live.
And and I imagine she's not surprised to see Nora in the slightest.
right.
Yeah, because she's heard of of people of Goliath keeping them as pets before. So
Well, his tribe specifically.
yeah,
Might,
and she
yeah.
lives like very close to them. But
Right down the mountain.
she, alright, you can ask all the questions you want while I take your measurements. And she starts off by like getting up a stool, standing on it to measure Desiree's shoulder width.
You know, I can
Like-
bend down or get on my knees or something if you
I
need
need
help.
no straight up
reach.
form is straight up. Just a straight form is needed.
Okay. So,
Why was Drizzle? Why did you meet Drizzle, or why did he come to you?
Well, more so I saw him walking around and I invited him in for some tea. I haven't seen many water genasi before, let alone with two-toned hair. So, I invited him in for tea, asked him some questions, took his measurements too. This happened, I think I was the first person he talked to when he arrived here. He also asked for directions, so I helped him with that one too.
Directions to
Where did he
where?
ask directions to?
Well, not really directions, but he just wanted to know if there's anything to do. And I recommended the library is a bit good of fun. Well, now that I look back at it, maybe not for everyone, but for me, it certainly is. And
Not
then
for
this is
Drizzle.
it's probably a good time to talk about how she just has like a bunch of like, she does have 2 bookshelves, but she also has papers and books like all over the place. And he also asked if he asked particularly if there was a book to help him with cursive.
He's still having trouble cursing,
Yeah,
huh?
that's him.
Des, I thought you were helping him with that.
what's up?
I thought you were helping him learn cursive.
I was.
Yeah.
But it takes time.
Right, and she finishes with your measurements and moves over to Aethorn and starts taking his. You know, I haven't seen. Wait, is Aethorn just albino, or is that just?
Yes,
Okay.
he's albino. Yeah.
Oh, albino.
So he's white all over.
Yep.
Interesting. So, did Drizzle happen to say why he was here?
He said he's just visiting. I remember in particular he stated that he stated that it was just kind of a goal of his to travel all over Faerun, and I guess that includes here. So I don't think he was here for any important reason besides traveling, just to see things.
Odd that
One
he
of
had
his
that
goals
to
without
see all of
telling
Faerun.
anyone,
That's
though.
news to me.
Oh, what told me that?
How many days ago
I
did you
think our
last see him?
characters would know that.
I also thought you guys would have known that, but no, that is true.
Yeah.
It's his goal to travel all
Like-
across Faerun.
I think at
Okay,
least
no.
Desiree would certainly know that.
Pavu might as well, but that's news to me as a player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's like with Desiree reading books in her downtime.
Wait, actually, I
Right.
thought Desiree knew
Players
already.
don't know that, but the characters would definitely be aware of how much she reads.
I thought
Yeah,
Desiree
given
would
that we
known
have
that
several
already,
months of
actually.
downtime that we just gloss over.
I forget-
Exactly. You'd
I
see her
thought-
go through dozens of books in that.
I thought Desiree would have known already because she did read the letters after all, which included,
This is true.
Yeah, which include that he's traveling across Faerun.
Right. So she definitely would know regardless.
Yeah. And she stops measuring Aethorn and says, "Alright, so just to make sure we're talking about the same person, she uses the measuring tape about 5'8", yeah?
Yeah.
I
Long
kind
hair
of
covering
Sounds
his
about
eyes.
right.
Desiree.
Long hair
Thereabouts.
covering his eyes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is Nora just like nodding?
And-
As she explained.
Everybody's agreeing.
Nora's getting scritches from Pavu.
she stands on one
Right.
foot and brings up her foot into the air and says, "And he was barefoot. Almost barefoot."
I'm not a big fan of shoes,
He
right?
is always barefoot. Did he happen to be wearing wooden armor?
No, he got new armor from the Gashapon, remember?
Oh,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
because-
about that. Yeah.
Right, he
It
got
had
the
feathers on
featherweight
it, right?
cross.
You said it had
That would
feathers
be-
on it?
Yeah.
Also, Xavier, you said it had feathers on it, right? The armor?
Yeah, it was leather, it had feathers, and pretty sure it gave +3 to athletics and had the same AC.
Feathers on it too, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, so
Yes.
now, I guess I can help you with your investigation. Now, one key thing for investigations is not to overlook any detail. And she brings up a tray with a bunch of mugs. And she picks up one mug in particular and says, including this, and she, with the mug that she's now holding, she says, this is the mug he drank from when we had tea.
Hmm.
It's important
Is there
not...
any... Is there anything special about it that we should know?
Well, it gives us a little bit of a time reference. This tea takes about an hour to brew, meaning he's been here for at the very least an hour before he left.
Hmm.
So we have one small piece of information. Now I'd recommend we start heading out into that town to see what we can find.
Agreed. Somehow I
Ask-
think we're going to need more information than just that.
How many days ago was
One
One.
yesterday.
It was
one day?
yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So I
now
guess we head out
you know one
to the
small
library?
detail that he was at Orla's house for about an hour.
He showed up, was walking around, hanged out with Orla for at least an hour for tea to brew, probably like 30 minutes to talk and drink it, and then like left to go somewhere. Is the
To the
timeline
library.
we have now, right? Yeah, to the library for a book on cursive. That's the timeline?
That is what you have so far. Anyway, I'm guessing you guys will walk out now and
Yeah.
follow her.
Yeah.
Let me... I don't want to go to tavern. I want to go to Morning Glow and activate. And let me move her token here too.
Is the library a new structure, or would Pablo know where it is?
He would know where it is.
Desiree would just recognize it as a library immediately and head straight across the street.
And then, like, before she stops walking, actually, before you get to the library, she stops and says, wait. And she kind of, like, slaps her forward and says, oh, I forgot your names. What are your names? And she pulls out a notepad.
Ithilus, Aethorn, Tile. Just Aethorn.
Ithon?
Pavu Katho Olave.
Pavu? Oh! You're... I knew you seemed... You seem like you'd be from the mountain tribe. Huh, guess my hunter's
Well,
right.
given that we are the only Goliath clan with giant snow leopards,
Yeah, I thought that gave it away.
he scritches Nora's ears.
And now she's pointing at Angus. Your name. You seem to be a fan of mine.
Angus McDonald?
Angus McDonald. And she also, oh, why don't I just... And she just kind of grabs your book and just signs it, closes it, and hands it back to you.
He passes out. No, but he's like freaking ecstatic.
All right. Your name. And she points at Desiree.
Desiree Bear Collar Elonacino.
Oh, it's really embarrassing. I can't believe I'll took your measurements before asking your name. It's kind of a weird way to introduce myself. I promise I'm not a weirdo. Maybe a little, but I'm not.
Honestly, most scientists think like that, so it doesn't bother me.
All right. And right across the street from her house is where I think, the library.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are walking the way there. Do you want to roll for anything?
Yeah, Aethorn rolled perception to look around to see if he
Perception,
saw anybody. Just not staring at them, but like almost like spying.
You don't spot anything.
Eavesdropping.
Really, the only thing you notice is Orla's trash can is empty. Well, most of everybody's trash can is empty.
Okay.
So garbage day was today.
Yes, garbage day was.
Is the chief anywhere around that I can see? I'm not rolling. I'm just like
Nope, he's
for a
not.
cursory look around, just like around.
He's not anywhere you can see. So now you guys are heading into the library. Let me bring it up.
Desiree certainly is.
Gaz would be going in first.
And
Oh, yes.
At the desk, you see
Desiree.
You can only assume to be Isaac. Hold on, let me.
Desiree
suppose-
steps inside, takes a deep breath, inhales that smell of books. It says, "This smell right here is the best smell in the world."
I'll get used to it.
I agree entirely. Angus says.
And then walks straight up to there.
Orla is at your side.
She's still there, but this is going to bug me otherwise. So, yeah, there we go.
Can I help you? Says the man you can only assume to be Isaac.
Isaac,
Well,
it's been a few years.
Pavu, and he adjusts his glasses. Huh. What are you doing here? Are you returning?
Looking for a friend.
A friend.
Water genasi around here. Looking for a book on cursive.
I haven't seen him. And Orla
Interesting.
Orla writes something down into her notebook. And then closes it.
I mean, this is the only library in here, right?
Yep.
Can Aethorn do an insight check on that?
The Katho Alavi clan sees lying as a capital crime. They would not lie.
Before like anybody gets a chance to ask anything, he kind of he pulls out fuck, well, what are they called? Hold on. He pulls out fuck. Let me just figure something out real quick.
Angus is gonna ask,
He pulls
are
out,
you the only librarian, or does someone else work here too?
he
That
pulls
could have possibly.
there is another librarian, and he pulls out like a big rock, like a really like a polished rock, like one of those, but it's like requires two hands to lift,
Uh-huh.
and he places it onto the counter and says, "Can any of you guys explain this?" And he points at the large polished rock, and it has a face carved onto it, or not really carved, but like, what was the word? Chiseled onto it.
Is there magic? Do we feel magic emanating from this carving?
Who was given the?
Marks?
Does it look like the? Does it look like the
put it down on
stone
the,
that?
he put it on the counter.
He put it on the counter right here.
Does it look like the sending stone that Charlotte gave us,
It does not.
or just?
Does it look like magic is emanating from it?
Are you able to tell if magic is emanating from something?
Not without casting.
Probably.
Not without casting a spell, so you can't tell without casting a spell. But
Okay, I start ritual casting detect magic.
what are you doing? He asks.
You want?
Pavu turns around. That would be a ritual casting of detect magic. Looks like.
Well, I certainly don't need this stone. I'm not certain what it is, but if you would like to take it off my hands, I would be happy to hand it over.
Pavu takes a look at the face. Is it tool markings? Does it look like it? Is it perfectly smooth, as if eroded?
There are two markings.
There are tool markings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rock that looks like a face. Rock. It's a rock. Looks like a face.
Oh,
Does it look like a
Sending
rock?
stone?
oh, excuse me. I need to attend something, and he says, "I trust you won't steal. So, if you like to take a book, just leave the money on the counter." And he leaves.
Will do.
So was it just a face on the rock, or is there like initials or anything?
No, just a face.
Is it just the face?
And it's got tool markings on it, and Drizzle and Pavu. Would Pavu know if Drizzle is capable of using such tools.
You know that Drizzle does not into chiseling, but you know he's into wood carving. But this is not the same thing.
Pavel will point out. Drizzle doesn't do any stone carving that I know of. Wood carving, sure, but not stone. And there are tool marks. If he were to do stone, it would make sense that he would probably use water.
Now let's go over his account. He said he's never been to the library, but I have trouble believing that.
He also said that
It's
there was
Drizzle. I
another
wouldn't be surprised.
librarian, which could easily also mean that he just wasn't there when he came. Just someone else.
It
Tended
could
to
have
him?
just been the other person's shift. Who's the other librarian?
I don't know. Don't remember there being a.
What time did he leave? What time did he leave? Did he leave around here, or did he leave like?
Wait, what time did
at night?
Drizzle leave, or what time Isaac left the building?
What time Drizzle left Orlis?
Well, what time? So, what time did we get back from 11th hour?
You probably like 12 at the end of
12.
that cycle, so like 12.
Well, it would have been.
We'll give them like maybe half an hour for us to do our things at the bureau, and we'll say so it would be 12.
Maybe say 1 o'clock because we were still
say
down
it
on
was
the
1
surface for a good while.
So it was 1 o'clock. So you mean 1 o'clock when he showed up in Morning Glow, or 1 o'clock when he left Orla's house?
When he left Orlis' house.
Yeah, when he left Orla's house, it was 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, I think. What's here?
What time is it now?
It'll be early morning.
It's morning, so we'll say maybe 8. We'll say it is 8.
Do I see any like a punch card station behind the desk?
Punch card station?
Or a sign-in sheet.
There.
Yeah.
There is no sign-in sheet. No.
Like there's no visitor sheet.
Nope. It's a small town, so
I should have asked about that at the tavern. Well, no, he didn't go to the tavern.
Nah, he went to
Or at least he
the library.
did. Not while the barkeeper we saw was on shift.
And now Orla starts walking around inspecting things.
Aethorn wants to look around the floor and try to see if he finds Drizzle's footprints.
All right, you can make an investigation check.
20.
20. You don't find anything, but you look at the floor and you spot one very minute detail. You find an oddly large thorn stuck in the floor.
Desiree's going to take a look around and see if there's any water around that would suggest Drizzle may have been in a specific part of the library or anything, and check around there if she does.
It's been over
a day.
It's been a day, so that would have evaporated.
He's a really damp guy.
All right.
By the way,
when you guys are searching, are you going behind the desk too, or are you staying in front of the desk?
I mean, Desiree's tall enough to see over the desk without issue, so.
Are you going behind the desk as well?
I mean, are we not going to be angering our librarian if we do?
No, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
He didn't say don't go behind the desk. He specifically said
don't
I trust
steal
you won't
anything."
steal anything. If you buy a book, leave the money on the counter. He did not say don't go behind the desk. Angus wants to ask Orla something, but I'll wait until.
Yeah, Desiree's still just going to lean over to look over the desk.
There's another one of the rugs, but it's rolled up.
Can she reach it from here?
You can.
Desiree picks it up and then rolls to see if there's anything odd about it.
It seems like it may have been wet at some point, but it feels pretty dry now.
So it's a little
roll
damp.
up.
It's a little damp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have Aethorn's detect magic gone off before?
Oh yeah, on the thorn you found on the floor?
Or
Nah, he was casting it on the rock.
On the rock. Oh yeah.
Well,
It would,
doesn't
it would be
cast
all around
on
him,
the
so
rock.
like
the rock is
take
not
magic.
magical, but
Yeah.
the thorn that you are holding in your hand is magical.
Okay, I cast Identify.
It is a thorn from probably a magic vine.
So Nora could track via scent, couldn't she?
Oh. Yeah.
Desiree holds the rug down to Nora and asks if she can smell drizzle on this. And looks to Pabu for an answer because it's going to take her 10 minutes if she casts Speak with Animals.
Pavu.
So perception check.
Is this for Nora?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Nora has advantage on perception checks because of keen senses.
Woo! Nice.
22.
She smells
geez.
it, but to her it just seems like normal water that wouldn't have a smell.
So it could have come from his pot that he has on the back, though.
It also could have been anyone's water because
That too.
water, magical or not, usually won't have a smell or a scent to it.
Right. That's why I was asking if she could smell whether it's drizzle, because she would know what drizzle smells like.
Do you know what drizzle smells like? But drizzle's water does not smell like drizzle, unless he's like extracting it from his sweat.
I mean, she would recognize what his own water smells like too. Just saying, but you know.
Mhm.
I'll just
and this is
water
gonna-
in this case won't have a strong enough smell for her to pick up, where it virtually has no smell to it or no unique smell to it.
I mean, it's not even just for his water itself. Like it's smelling the rug to see if Drizzle had walked upon it.
Right.
Something akin to a tracking dog.
There have been
Basically.
All right, so you can
That's
talk.
the
You
idea.
can talk to Nora like telepathically, right?
Mhm.
She said
Pabu can.
a lot of people have walked on this.
Okay, well, we're looking for one in particular.
She seems she's trying really hard, but she turns. She just turns away from the rug and goes over and sniffs the thorn that Aethorn is holding.
Hmm.
And she hops behind the desk and starts scratching at this wall.
Desiree heads around behind the desk and takes a look at the wall. Oh, good lord.
About this
Angus-
magical thorn, what type of magic does do?
Is
I
there
get
any
from
other magic
from
within
the-
a 30-foot radius of Ithorn?
Yeah.
No.
No.
But he could tell what magic the thorn is, because like
What
if
do
I
you mean-
remember
what do you mean, what
correct,
kind of magic?
If it's magical, yes, you would be able to
'Cause,
detect
like,
what school
type
of
school of
magic the
magic.
magic comes from.
if any, right?
If any.
I'm going to check.
It's on the chat.
Transmutation. It's a transmutation spell.
So Desiree goes over to
Transmutation.
check on the wall that Nora is
Is thorn with
Scratching
transmutation?
Would any of your characters remember that?
remember that what?
If
Given that Pavu's been
Um,
hanging out with Leon, probably.
thorn whip is transmutation,
I'm
because
guessing.
like me, I can't remember.
Transmutation, yes. I thought it was. I just looked it up to be sure.
That is Drizzle's signature spell, Thorn Whip. So it could be his.
And also, Desiree, when you push against the wall that Nora is scratching, it turns out it's a door that just leads to the back of the building outside.
Okay.
Would you like to? I'll just move you. Oh no, we'll just pretend that you are out there.
Right. Fair enough.
So,
so I
would you like to roll for
take a look
anything?
Angus
around
at
and
some
see if
point-
I see anything special, and if Nora starts sniffing and heading in some specific direction.
She takes a sharp left and rubs her face on something that's covered in a tarp.
Angus
we'll remove the tarp
Angus at some point, like
slowly.
Hold on.
before this revelation, is going to gonna ask Orla something.
She peeks over from behind the bookshelf, or from the side of it. Did you need something?
Do you know when shift changes for like the librarian?
Well,
Were
she
they,
said
like,
she didn't know of another
place?
librarian.
Yeah, usually
Did
there would
she?
be a shift
Yeah,
change for
she
librarian.
said that she never knew of another librarian.
Oh, then I must not have caught that. Whoop, never mind then.
So History, you lift the tarp, right?
Yes, I am slowly lifting the tarp, investigating what's going on with it.
You find a chair like one of these ones, but broken completely in half. Would you like to investigate it any further?
Yes. I want to see if I can tell what may have caused it, possibly a thorn whip or whatever, any evidence to figure out what did.
thorn whip.
Alright, are you rolling?
I can.
Investigation, yeah. Roll for investigation.
11.
There are thorns stuck in the part that's separating the two halves of the chair.
Seems
Also,
odd. Drizzle's not normally a violent person. In fact, I'd say he's the least violent person I know.
And Orla sees through a window and says, "Oh, he's coming back, he's coming back."
Desiree just kind of waves it off like, okay, whatever, I'm investigating here.
Do you guys want to do anything? What she said implies that Isaac is currently walking back right now.
Right.
Anything you guys want to do before he comes back?
I think Angus would be like, "Oh shoot, I gotta keep him away from Desiree and her snooping." So I think he's gonna run out to him and say something like,
He's outside.
"I think I know where that rock came from. Follow me." I'm assuming I'd need to roll deception.
Yes.
Luckily,
Desiree
I'm pretty
reaches back
sure
and closes the door to the outside while she's still out there with Nora.
Did Isaac actually say that there was another librarian?
Yes, he did.
Yes. Yeah, he said some. Yeah, I asked him if there was another one. Alright, let's see.
I see no chair out here.
Dude, just pretend.
I see no chair out here. I'm gonna face through the bookshelf.
Alright, and you said Angus was like ran outside to stall Isaac.
Yeah, so like,
So I'll
hurry
move
up,
in front of him.
Desiree, and get done what you were getting done.
Desiree is not worried about whatever Angus is worried about. She's conducting an investigation to find her friend, and she
hello
gives
again,
0
boy.
F's. Who's upset about it?
Hello again, boy. Did you need something? He says.
Who is this other librarian?
Oh, his name is Chet. He's on vacation right now.
I think I know what that rock might be.
Oh?
He starts walking in the town, number 8. Oh, that's I thought that was a statue. Is there like a statue in town like anywhere?
There's a well in town, but not a statue.
Okay. Gonna start walking like towards the well and say like, I think it might be a statue, like part of a statue, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he walks to the well, looks down, and says, "Well, not down there." And he says, "So if like you see a statue, like maybe it's from that."
I'll keep that noted.
uh,
I have a question. Would my detect magic sense anything on Orla?
No. Orla's carrying nothing magical.
No. Okay. All right.
Orla is checking between bookshelves at the moment, like between the books.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Before Isaac and Angus get back, Pavel will drop a zone of truth. once he sees them on their way back, he will drop it just outside of the door.
Okay. Do you want to do anything before Isaac heads back? Pavu has a zone of truth set up at the door.
Is there anything else I noticed besides the thing? As I take a second look, besides the fact that it was probably a thorn whip that destroyed this chair. Because it seems odd.
So Pavu's waiting until.
So we check under the rug then.
Yeah, and Isaac is currently walking back right now with
Pavu is waiting for Isaac at the door.
Is there any particular reason you are all outside?
I have a few questions for you.
They may have to wait. I have to close. And he tries to walk faster.
They cannot wait. Pavel will put his hand on Isaac's shoulder as he's trying to walk past.
He moves, he kind of like pushes your hand off and says, I think they can. My business is fairly important. And he keeps walking forward.
Your business does not need to close before noon. It is only, what, 8:15?
8:30. Angus yells from outside as he's coming in.
He's standing a little bit outside of the zone, but he's just kind of stopped there and says, I need to do some cleaning. And, oh wait, I forgot, is Nora still behind the desk? It seems so.
Oh, frick, is
no,
Nora
She
still
would
there?
be because Desiree would have called her along
Oh,
to
yeah,
go
Nora
yeah,
would have
along
followed
Nora
outside.
should have
right,
still
yeah.
been outside the building.
after we came back in from being outside.
I have a feeling you are all trying to accuse me of something.
I wish
No,
to
we're
ask
just
you a
trying to
few
get to the bottom of it.
questions.
No.
I wish
We
to
just
ask you a
wanna
few
ask you, like,
questions. And
Yeah.
Fine, ask your questions.
might I suggest that you step toward the door a few paces?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Did you check... Hold on, Aethorn, did you check if Isaac had anything magic on him?
That was before he left. No, that was after he left. So,
On Isaac?
I mean, the spell is up to like 10 minutes. So if he was near me, I would have.
He
picked
does
up
have
on it.
some magic on him, and he adjusts his glasses, and he says, why? And he now is sitting on the counter.
What?
By
Magic
the way,
do
he's
I-
aware
There's something
that
over
he
by the
walked
door we
through a
wanna
zone
ask
of
you about.
truth.
Oh shoot! Wait, I'm gonna have to roll. Save
By
it
the
for
way,
'cause,
he would be well aware that he walked into a zone of truth, and
And
He would,
would have had
you
to
know.
make a DC 15.
Oh wait, so does it work that anything in it has
Yeah.
to tell the truth, but even if they go outside of it?
if they
No,
fail
I
the
think it's
saving
you only
throw, they
have to
have
tell-
to while they're inside. However,
He
they
walks
are
out of it.
aware of the spell when they're affected by it, so they can also avoid answering questions while in it.
So he knows that he walked through it.
He knows that he walked through it.
Although
he can now physically see it, or at least you assume so, because he adjusted his glasses. And he's sitting on the counter now.
Where would my detecting magic notice? Where would the magic be coming from?
The magic. Wait, you're able to see like what in particular it's coming from?
On Isaac.
Yeah,
on
like
Isaac, but,
the
what
item
particulars?
glows. There's an aura on magic items.
His
and all.
glasses, and it seems the seams connecting his upper arm to his lower arm, and the seams connecting his upper torso to the lower part of his body.
I think
Now that Desiree is within 10 feet of him, he has disadvantage to lie to her.
Now, Isaac, as much as I do not wish to accuse you of anything, at least somebody has been in this building and has cast Vine Whip. Now, step towards the door and we will discuss further.
And
Else.
why do you
Isn't
want
it
to step
Thorn Whip?
towards the door?
Wait, there was Bulbasaur in here? What?
Or
Oh,
the
no.
Fine with
Done with that.
Thorn Whip.
And why do you want me to step towards the door?
Just to make sure. Of course, we can lift your ass up and then drag you toward the door.
Well, Desiree certainly could.
He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath in, and stands up and takes a few steps towards the door. And
That's
he says,
better.
if there's a place you'd like to accuse me at, do it at Town Hall.
I will discuss
Nice.
such matters here first.
First of all, we're
Now
not
that you
accusing
are-
you of anything, anyways.
Isaac, we're trying to get to the bottom of things right now. We're not accusing you. We're trying to investigate.
And
We're looking for our friend.
And I'm trying to tell you, I have no clue of the sort about what happened to any new person who has showed up.
So,
I don't think he has rolled the
Oh, yeah,
Charisma saving throw, I don't think,
wisdom
did he?
saving throw?
15.
DC 15.
Okay.
DC 15.
15 charisma.
And I'm pretty sure we all have to roll that.
Okay.
Desiree intentionally stays within 15
Ooh.
feet of
Did
him.
you
So.
say DC 15?
Yes.
It is
And
DC
what-
15.
And what happens if he passes? He's just unaffected?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
He can lie.
I don't even have to tell the truth, Woot.
Oh, what the fuck's that?
I'm an honest person,
Uh,
but I just won my...
Also, I've rolled on a physical die.
So we don't know the outcome.
And Orla is... Oh, you see. And she moves into the zone with you guys.
However, Pavu having cast it, specifically, he knows whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
So you would know if he succeeded?
He would know regardless. Yeah.
Isaac succeeded.
Pretty of course he did.
I need to roll for Orla as well. Orla failed. But Orla has no idea that there's a zone of truth here.
Right.
Yes, she does.
No, Orla doesn't. Isaac does know.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
yeah, she does
Whenever
now.
she steps
Well,
in, she
no,
knows that
she
she is
automatically
affected by a
knows.
spell.
Okay. Walked into that
The
one.
Zone of Truth is very specific about all that.
Okay.
No, Isaac. Even though you successfully resisted the spell, it doesn't change the fact that I still view lying as a capital crime, as I was raised to do, and you were as well.
I hold the same principle as well. And
Excellent.
I'm guessing you're trying to block him from leaving now?
I'm standing there, but casually, not like actually barring the exit right now.
Orla will walk and join you because it's a two-person wide door.
Okay.
Who currently has the thorn?
Aethorn.
Aethor.
Yeah.
Pava will. May I have the item we found in here?
Yeah, I pass you the thorn.
Pavel will hold up the thorn. What caused this?
I was simply practicing magic on a new houseplant I got.
On a house
Do you
plant,
look like-
yes.
Is he telling the truth? Remember, he has disadvantage on deception checks by me.
Advantage.
Does it?
Are there any
Does it
plants
look
inside
to
of this
Angus-
building?
Insight, so.
Uh,
Shit.
so
Oh,
so
well then.
he has disadvantage. So you're checking to see if he's lying, or do I need to roll instead?
Yeah, so he has disadvantage on any check to deceive me, and I have advantage on any insight to check if he's lying
All right. So
because of my little special amulet. I like this thing.
all right. Well, from the deceive thing, it seems he's telling the truth, but the
Okay.
insight thing says otherwise.
It says, okay.
Wait, what?
Your insight.
Your insight.
To
says-
tell if he can see, tell if he's lying. It seems like he's telling the truth.
He rolled good
But-
for deception, but you rolled good for insight.
He deceived us, but your insight tells otherwise.
No, I think there's more to it, Isaac.
Are
For
you,
instance,
Angus?
I don't see a single plant inside of this library.
Because I threw it
And out back, what I did find was a chair, like the ones you have behind your desk, and the one over to the right there, gestures to the side, that was destroyed, and it is full of thorns as well.
It was destroyed from the plant. I threw the plant out. I don't know why it became violent. Started whipping around thorned vines.
Angus is gonna. Angus would know if like that's how Thorn Whip works or not, right?
Well, it also could have been from a plant that
Wow, my insight check was
that
terrible.
was transformed and became
That's,
violent.
that's
That's what he's
two
saying.
ones that you've rolled for insight,
He's
but neither counted.
his excuse.
Because
So
advantage.
what he is saying
I
is
know.
there was a plant that he used the transmutation spell on, but that made it grow alive and rampant.
Does it
Hmm?
look like he would be a spellcaster? Does it just?
Aethorn was able to tell that he has magic on him, but Aethorn has not told anyone else about that.
No, I'm asking if he looks like your stereotypical
caster.
wizard or cleric or whatever.
I mean, he's wearing glasses, I guess. And he has a holster for. Well, he has a book bag and he has glasses.
Glasses, J'accuse.
If you wanted to play the stereotype, yeah, but if you want to know for sure, you would ask Aethorn, because Aethorn checked if he had magical things on him.
Right.
Magical items and magical casting capabilities are two different things.
I know, but
Angus is gonna
he knows
ask.
that he at least has magical. Aethorn knows that he has magical items on me and on him, and once again, the seams connecting his forearms to his upper arms, and his upper body to his lower body, seem to have magic.
Of what school?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't.
part.
I wouldn't know because
Yeah.
detect magic doesn't really tell you. Only
it does.
identify.
Identify.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Detect
Yeah.
magic specifically tells you the
Let
school.
me check.
Yeah. School of
Identify
Magic.
tells you
Identify
more
can identify an
specific.
item as long as it's not curse. Detect magic can tell you the school of magic that
For the
comes
duration,
from.
you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate
okay.
most barriers, but is blocked by
Can
1 foot of
somebody-
stone,
okay,
1
can
inch of
somebody
common metal.
inform me about what each of the schools of magic means, or like means in particular? I can imagine transmutation. I know what divination and enchantment and illusion do, but what about
Right.
evocation? What does evocation do? in particular?
Evocation, I'm pretty sure, is like harming spells.
Evocation, things like fireball. It's not really
Fireball.
likely you're going to detect magic that's
And
evocation.
What about
Usually
abjuration?
those are instantaneous effects.
What about abjuration?
Yeah, smite, burning hands.
But we did
Cure
say
wounds is also
in
evocation.
we did say in Pedals to the Metal, not Pedals to the Metal, in Murder on the Rockport Limited that detect magic could also detect remnants of magic, like
I believe
past
it
magic
was
if it's like within 30 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Here.
It
We
depended
will
on
make
the level.
this.
Ah,
I think it
right,
was
yes.
15 minutes
Higher
per
the level,
level
the longer.
and 15 minutes for cantrips.
Here,
Right.
Lingered.
we'll make this simple. Okay? Conjuration. Pulling a rabbit from a hat. It basically deals with creating objects and creatures or making them disappear. So things like Find Familiar, Poison Spray, Spirit Guardian, stuff like that.
What?
Necromancy. Pretty obvious, deals with
I'm
altering life and death.
wondering what abjuration.
Evocation.
Abjuration deals with protective spells.
So Shield of Faith, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so the
Protection
kind of
from
magic.
evil and good.
So evocation is harming but also healing, you say?
No, abjuration
No, not
is
evocation. I'm talking about evocation.
evocation. Yes, evocation
Actually,
is
healing, I believe, qualifies as necromancy.
Oh.
no, cure wounds is evocation.
No!
Evocation? Seriously?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
I have
no
it.
way
Looking at
Cure Wounds counts as freaking necromancy.
I mean, technically, it fits into the school.
Necromancy is bringing someone back from the dead, not like
Necromancy
someone
is,
who's-
is dealing
Necromancy
directly with
is-
the dead.
Anything manipulating the ebb and flow of different creatures' life energy. Healing would actually qualify as that, which is why I actually find
One
it weird
would
that
think
it
so, but
doesn't
it's
fit.
that's not the case.
Right. Otherwise, it'd be a cardinal sin in the Dungeons and Dragons universe because, like,
Well,
necromancy is
technically,
like a
all
big no-no.
resurrection spells are necromancy.
Yes, but that
So
is dealing
Not all
with the dead
necromancy.
itself, not
not all necromancy is actually frowned upon. Just bringing back
Right,
undead minions generally.
Right. Angus is gonna ask Isaac, what spell did you use?
Wait, Isaac?
Yeah, he's gonna ask Isaac what spell he used
Plant growth.
for the plant.
Plants.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if, like, plant growth would cause something to become sentient and, like, possibly
Attack.
mad?
Well,
Yeah.
what you do know is if something is already sentient, it'll make it bigger. With the ant guy. What was his name? The
Yeah,
tree.
Trent.
Trent.
yeah, Trent.
Trent.
Yeah.
So you know that with Trent, if the plant is already alive, it'll make it bigger. But
You
don't
said
know
it was a
about
house
plants.
plant?
He said it was a house plant. Yeah.
What plant was it?
What plant was it?
Yeah, what kind of plant was it?
It was a blackberry plant. And there's a
Can I make an
And this
Arcana check to see if, like, plant growth can make something sentient that wasn't sentient before? Or is that,
you
like,
can.
common knowledge?
No, you can. I wouldn't imagine it's common knowledge, but you can.
Alright.
Yeah,
Uh,
I do want to.
Are there any black stains anywhere? What might be
Well,
smash
Billy,
blackberry?
hey! Yeah!
Aethorn thinks it checks out, but Angus knows that's not quite
Angus
how
knows
plant
for
growth
certain.
works.
Now, the plant growth. We all agree that you said plant growth, right?
I did say plant growth.
You're clearly lying because that's not how plant growth works.
How would you know? You're not a caster. And he pushes up his glasses with his finger.
I know, but I've read quite a few books, and if I look back at my dice, I did roll a nat 20, so I can't see through your baloney.
I think
Unless he rolled higher.
I still
He's
think
actually only got disadvantage to deceive me specifically, so, like...
Yeah, he said, and he says, I think a spellcaster is to be trusted more than a little boy who's read a few books.
With that deduction, if someone else were, if someone else were to make
I'll
that,
roll Arcana because I have been with Leon and looking into spells and such.
Go ahead.
would me, like, bringing that up give him advantage because, like, maybe?
So I got a 14.
Hold on, I need to...
I'll roll it and see what happens, because Desiree reads a ton, even if she isn't a caster.
Uh,
Wow.
Pavu,
All right.
Jeez.
Pavu didn't see anything wrong, but Desiree sees something wrong.
What is it do I see is wrong from all my reading?
Plant growth does not bring dormant plants to life.
I'm sorry, but plant growth doesn't bring plants to life. It doesn't make them sentient.
Thank you.
I don't think it requires much sentience to flail.
Except when something can't flail like that, especially a blackberry plant. Because
Don't
I've seen quite a few
flail
blackberry
unless they
plants.
are, generally.
Sentient.
Unless there's some serious wind going on.
Can you
Right,
all,
but and if there's destruction in here, then there wouldn't be any wind. I don't recall seeing any windows.
can you all leave?
If you can answer our questions,
If you want me to answer questions, do it in a trial.
We're trying to find our friend, not put someone on trial.
you're
I
putting yourself in
suggest
a really
you
dark
stop
light, sir.
repeating
I
that.
don't think you understand what I mean. You do understand how this town handles debates, correct?
Pavu would be familiar. Personally, I am not.
Alright, so
Yeah, I was gonna
this
say,
town in particular,
Pavu would, but none of the rest of the group would.
he's asking you to, instead of grill him about this, talk to the mayor and bring up a case. It's basically like it's going to be
A criminal accusation.
Yeah, a formal accusation, and it's going to cause a debate. Multiple people can join as long as they have some form of evidence or something to say.
Well, we can't very
Angus?
well bring forward an accusation without any evidence of
Then
such.
go collect some evidence elsewhere.
What do
We
you
are-
think we're trying to do right now?
I said elsewhere.
Exactly. Okay, let's step outside and I'll continue asking you questions.
And I will not.
That would be
Desiree simply picks him up, steps out the door, and says, "We're outside. This is elsewhere.
We're elsewhere."
Let's continue."
Angus is gonna look around for that cop.
Hold on, you pick him up.
Yes. Like, she just picks him up under his arms and carries him outside.
But first, before you do that, Angus is gonna check around for the cop because that's gonna look wonderful in a cop's eyes to see someone carrying out somebody else that doesn't want to be carried.
Alright, go ahead. and
Desiree gives 0 Fs about that.
roll. You want to move yourself to him, because that's where he is.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, Angus.
So that would be perception, yeah.
Orla is still
Yep.
going around the library, rooting around. I'm guessing Angus is also coming outside along. Is Aethorn?
Oh my
Wow,
goodness, I got
okay,
them
then.
hot dice, don't I?
Hold on, is Aethorn
For a
staying?
freaking crit in a row.
Is Aethorn still like in there rooting around with Orla, or is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for more evidence around the floor, maybe
All right.
under the rug.
Here's a question.
Also,
I know
Also,
What was with the rug that was soaked in water?
anyway,
Surely you didn't need to water a blackberry bush for the entirety
alone if it was
of a rug.
flailing
Yes.
and you were
Hold on,
using.
Also, before like Angus can even like point out, Rudy shows up and he blows a whistle and he says, "Right. What is going on here?" Oh wait, wrong person. What are you doing?
Oh, now hold on. Wait, hold on. I got an at 20 and we got caught anyway.
Well,
Oh, right, yeah, Desiree didn't care.
You rolled to see him.
Right, I rolled to see him, but it was kind of implied that I was gonna warn them.
And
And you weren't ever told if you saw him either, so it's like...
no, he saw him.
I mean, Desiree carried him outside and set him down. She's not still holding him.
Hold on. Can you put the guy down?
I gotta
She
get
already
going here
did.
soon. 'Cause my next session is going to start soon. It's going to start in the next
And
25
now
minutes.
he needs to roll. Oy.
Was he telling the truth?
He failed the thing.
Desiree already put Isaac down. She only carried him outside and set him down. She's not still holding him.
What's going on here?
We are looking into a disappearance, something of which you only seem to do after 3 days. Or only seem to do for 3 days.
He kind of like squeezes the whistle he's holding and just shoves it right back into his pocket. And he says, I think you should leave this to professionals. What the
A professional who can't do his job is no professional now, is he?
If I may interject, I am a professional.
You're a kid. Where's the town detective?
Let's start kid
Xavier,
detective.
you need to remember, he is but a kid, so...
Yeah, it's,
everybody's going
You
to
were-
look down on him, no matter how
Yo,
often
you
you
were
butt your head in.
Sketch of Angus,
Why
though,
don't-
when
why-
you were first there.
is
You
it-
were
why-
Sketch.
Why don't you get some of the local police involved like myself, or maybe anyone else? This might be a good time to bring up Orla.
We
We have. She's inside of the building. Looking into more stuff, or looking further for evidence.
Pretty sure there's some law against running into people's businesses and looking around for evidence.
Looking
might
around
you
inside of a business
cite
while
that
it's
exact
open.
law? That exact law, sir?
And no, Pavu said something that works. He just kind of
No.
spits on the ground and just says, "Ugh. Look, can you just leave him alone?"
Can you just answer our questions?
I
if
don't
you would
need to
simply
answer
answer
to
our
you.
questions, we would have
Stop
Yeah,
all
lying
been
to
wrong.
me.
Friend. We're like really worried about our friend, and he's like being real sketch.
Then maybe you stop getting in the way of the professionals and let the town police handle this.
Doesn't seem
Oh,
like
just
the
like you
police are
handled the
doing
last
much.
one, huh?
Can you stop talking about that?
What are you gonna do about it? Blow your little whistle.
Call the police.
Oh, woohoo.
He digs. He puts his hand into his left pocket and just keeps his hand there and says, "Well, he didn't say. He just breathes in and out through grated teeth."
Tell me, how much effort did you put into finding the last person?
I don't need to answer you. Do you have?
Who was this last person?
Do you have any of the town police with you besides me?
Yes, Orla is inside of the building.
If she would come out, that would be wonderful. Orla, let's go.
Don't eat something. Oh, hello, Rudy. Orla. And he steps towards Orla and says, "What are your gaggle of new friends doing here?" "We're investigating. You know, we found some pretty damning evidence against Isaac here." "Damning? What are you trying to accuse him of?" "Well, certain any of these people can tell you exactly what we're thinking.
Lying to me, which in the Katho-Alavi clan is a capital crime.
Well, this isn't the Katho-Alavi clan. This is Morning Glow.
Could easily
No,
be
but
taking a
nonetheless,
trial.
one of my own is lying to me. I take that very personally.
And he walks to Pavu and he looks right up at him and says, "I don't care if lying hurts your feelings."
Pavu leans over this man. How tall is this police officer?
He's
again?
a dwarf, so he's like 4 feet tall.
Lord.
Pavu,
freaking ballsy dwarf, huh?
4.5 feet over this guy.
Doors are
That
known
man's
to be stubborn.
ballsy.
Now, and he
You got some mighty fine balls on you to get up on me like that.
Thanks, my mom gave them to me. And he lights a cigar, and he takes a puff and blows it into your face. And he says, "Now, I'm going to need to ask you to
Pavu will tap the cigar with the phantom fist and send it flying.
Oh, Lord.
That's a fancy
Yeah.
glove you got there. And out of his pocket, he pulls out a revolver, but he's not going to point it. He's just going to have it in his hand. Now, I don't want to put any holes in anybody, but I need you to leave this man alone and to leave his property, his business.
Desiree is going to take the revolver when he starts to threaten with it. Just
He's not pointing.
grabs
at
it
anybody.
out
He
of his
just-
hand
He just has
and
it
holds it up. No one is here to fight. No one is here to hurt anyone, and the only one who's made